Throwback Thursday with Covino and Rich.
Hi, my name is what? My name is
Are you telling me you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Throwback Thursday. What's the problem? Yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it.
I don't even own a gun, let alone many guns that would necessitate an entire rack.
Throwback Thursday.
I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air.
Bueller.
What are you? I'm Batman.
Ned Ryerson.
Two in a box. Ready to go. We be fast and they be slow.
It's Throwback Thursday with Covino and Rich.
Hello.
Hello.
Hope I'm not disturbing you, but I saw you from across the party, and I don't usually do this, but I felt compelled to tell you something. You have an absolutely breathtaking hiney. I mean, that thing is good. I want to be friends with it.
Well, you certainly know how to compliment a woman. Well, if you'll excuse me.
Do you know who I am?
No, I can't say that I do.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Really?
People know me.
Well, I'm very happy for you.
1, 2, 3, 4!
Don't mind if I do.
Covino and Rich.
Honestly, how do I deal with you every day?
Heard all about it on the radio.
Holy mother nugget. And holy mother meatball.
I'm the smartest man alive! You're so ridiculous. What? You're such a fool. Get out of here.
Oh, I'm a disc jockey.
What's a disc jockey?
Here we go. Covino and Rich.
Let's go.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Throwback Thursday. I have no clue on earth how Christina Applegate kept a straight face during that. Had to be multiple cuts.
I love that line, though. I want to be friends with it. I use it often. One of my favorites. Throwback Thursday. You mean you built a time machine out of a DeLorean? Actually, I want to talk about that.
All right.
In just a moment. But we're Covino and Rich. Good morning, good day. Throwback Thursday. Thank you guys for being here. Hope you had a great Wednesday.
Thursday.
Oh, we're going to Vegas today.
I know. I'm excited.
Vegas,
Vegas.
I
Vegas.
guess I should have played that. Yeah, man. Are you going, Spot?
I don't think so.
Aw, boo. We
have
are
fun with that,
CNR, and we be rocking out. Let's go.
Let's go.
Is what I like to do. What's up, Ephraim? What's up, Jen? What's up, Wes? What's up, William? Kyle and all the Kyles rocking out with us. We appreciate you. Bow, bow. Shout out to Franz. Love that guy. Vegas, baby.
Vegas.
Money by midnight. Vegas. Vegas, baby. Vegas.
We're going to be so money, bro, and we definitely know it. So thank you guys for being here at Covino and Rich. You can call and chime in. 412-267-7469. 412, the letter CNR show. So, Rich, two things to compliment our Throwback Thursday, and then Rich has lots of stories to get to, lots of observations. We're professional observationalists. Ain't that right, Jim Ramsey?
Is that on your business card?
Yeah.
Ain't that right, Marcos, who wants his monthly shout out? Ain't that right, Geoff and Dan Whistler and David Dominguez and all the people that listen. Ro, the Peruvian prince. I was texting him earlier today.
What's up, bro? What's up, Ray Ray? What's up, world?
You know when you don't want to you don't want to put someone out and hassle them. Ro, I'm going to Atlanta and I have to stay there for one night before I go to the venue that I'm going to. He's like, "Oh, crash by me," and I'm like, "I would," but then I'm thinking like, do I want him to have to like get out his linens and be like, "Here's fresh towels," and do all that? I don't want to put him through that. So I was like, dude, it's one night. I'll stay in a hotel. But
Doesn't he live in a Peruvian palace since he's a Peruvian prince?
that's what I assume. There's probably just
Probably gives you slippers. And
yeah.
He probably hands you a thing with all your fresh linens.
But I land next week.
It smells like bergamot.
I land next week like later at night, and I'm like, the last thing I want to do is be like, "Oh yeah, I'll be there at midnight." Like,
I imagine Rose's setup is better than a hotel.
oh, I'm sure it is. It just I don't want to bother him, you know.
Plus, you can see Caitlin.
Yeah.
Beautiful wife.
In her 90?
In her 90.
Her 90? Is she one of the Golden Girls?
In her 90.
In her 90.
Have you seen that meme where it's like
negligee?
Have you seen that meme where it's like, fuck Victoria's Secret, this is what grandma wore, and a lot of you guys have like, and they had like 7 kids, and it was like some moo-moo.
I mean, my mom wears like some Ebenezer Scrooge nightgown.
And that
like,
shit did the job.
She still rocks that shit. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. You guys are like family. You're our friends. We appreciate you. Thanks for all the support. What's up, Rolando? Mr. Hapner.
The question.
What's up, Lynn?
The question. I know you have a million things to get to
all
as well.
The errands,
but the question is already being. The question's already being posed.
What?
Why is Spot not going to Vegas?
So why aren't you going to Vegas?
I wasn't vibing this time. I don't know.
That's fine.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I wasn't vibing. Maybe like I know it was you told me about it, but I feel like it's been creeping up. It's also like a Sirius XM thing.
Yeah, but when I tell you our responsibilities are,
it's like dinners and stuff. It's one thing to like go to a concert and fade into the crowd. It's another thing to like be around people that are
2 5-hour events,
executives, and me just being like,
that's true. But we have
chill time.
Yeah, but we have like
pay for my dinner.
After that,
it's like 3 or 4. We're working for 3 or 4 hours in the afternoon, and besides that,
4 or 5 hours.
Have some bro time.
Check it. I just looked at it this morning.
Okay. The thing that says Covino and Rich 10 to 1.
It says 4 to 5 hour event. I can show you right here, right now.
4 to 5 hours. Jeez.
Workday. 4 to 5 hour workday per artist. We're artistes.
You know what I see?
Yeah, but
you know what I see in this? No room. Oh wait. No room.
No room for Spot?
For Spot.
But there's plenty of room, Spot, because I'm sure we'll do some nice dinners.
I mean,
stuff.
how am I supposed to link into that?
Well, either way, we're going to be there for NADA, and if you're around in Vegas or whatever, look out for us. Say something cool like Covino, Sweet Pompadour.
Who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind.
NADA.
I'll drive out on Saturday.
Representing Sirius XM as Covino and Rich, which again makes no sense, but hey, we're not going to complain.
I'll take it.
We'll take it all day. So we're excited about it. It's sort of a step back to normal again. So I'm happy.
I am so curious to see how Vegas is going to be. I'm curious, am I going to sit at a blackjack table with dividers? Is there still glass and plexiglass?
It's all gone.
Are people going to be wearing masks anywhere? Is it just a free-for-all as if the last 2 years didn't happen?
According to our Vegas insider, Bree, apparently all that stuff is gone.
Oh, all right. Well, hey, a little sense of normalcy.
Well, I love it.
But Spotty Boy, we are working like very limited. So if you do want to go, don't think of it that way. We're working 3 hours a day. I got the schedule right here. Contrary to Zippy's email.
Maybe they're working them harder.
I must have got the wrong email.
No, you got the original email that.
So you get there. It's a 4 to 5 hour event. So it's not like you're just there and that's it. But Spot's more than welcome to come still.
I know
doesn't
that.
take anything away.
I think I'm like missing your point. Not that it matters. I'm just saying I saw the schedule and it's like Covino and Rich. We have 3 hour windows where we need to be at this event.
Because you're making it look like we're doing nothing and we got like responsibilities, but I still want Spot to come.
I feel very included. I don't want you to think that I feel left out. For some reason, it didn't vibe with me this time.
Hey, ain't no pressure.
That's
ain't no
fine,
thing,
man.
But a
I
chicken
don't
wing.
have to worry about.
I don't think I'm ready yet. I'm not ready yet to re-enter society.
Well, I don't know if I am either.
What are you waiting for?
I'm not going to turn down the opportunity.
I have a trip planned next month.
The reason we're even asking Spot is because it's a free trip.
Right.
Right. We got our rooms. So I even told my brother if he wanted to come. It's his birthday weekend.
That's how I looked at it. I said, Spot.
He suggested it, but then he backed out and Spot's backing out. So looks like we're going to have to live it up on our own, I guess.
A Southwest flight was under $200 round trip and free hotel, free food.
Probably would have driven there.
Free fixins.
I mean, probably would have wasted gas. Would have spent $500 getting there and back.
Yeah, the hell you will.
In the Mini.
As the meme goes.
So through the desert with the top down.
So we fly in a couple hours, which is why we started a little later today, because we wanted to end the show and then sort of be able to go to the airport and not have a lot of dead time in between.
You know what bothers me about Rich is he always talks down as if I don't know what's going on. That's what bothers me. And then meanwhile, I'm like, yeah, they told us to wear specific things. And you were like, they did? It's the way you say things. It's really annoying.
Yeah, but you said 4 or 5 hours, and I have the exact schedule.
And what does it say on the email that I just showed you? He's acting like
What's
I made
the date on that email?
Meanwhile,
see what happens when I'm not involved.
Hold on. Meanwhile, this morning, right?
What's the
date?
date?
Like, he goes, "Why are you wearing a leather jacket or whatever?" I'm like, they specifically said to wear either a leather jacket or denim. to go with our Sirius XM t-shirts, and you're supposed to wear dark pants. Oh, I never thought that.
With all the denim you have,
And I'm like,
surprised you
okay,
didn't go
cool.
with
Well,
denim.
they told us to pack all that stuff. Perfect for me because I got plenty of denim, plenty of leather.
I mean,
but
it's gonna be cool.
he comes across as if I don't know, and it's very annoying to me when you
We
do
don't
that.
need. We don't need to argue about it.
Yeah, we don't need to argue about it.
We don't need to argue about silly things.
But it's very
Please do,
subtle and typical and all the
Yeah,
time.
but I think it's also you not admitting when you were wrong. I have a schedule of your.
I have it too. Spot.
I have a
Please.
graphic of your
Spot.
face. Hold on,
Pull
I'm going to
this
send
up.
this to you.
Spot,
Hold
pull
on,
this
this
up.
is great.
Pull this up.
Perfect. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I don't care.
Okay.
You don't just show up and then leave. That's not how it works.
Oh, it is.
So Rich is wrong.
Oh, it is.
No, you go there, you schmooze, you say hello. You have to be there. You stay around, you take pictures.
With who?
They
Take
want you to
pictures with
have
who?
a 4 to 5 hour window. Rich just struts in and thinks he's the good time guy and fucking leaves when he wants. It's not how it works. Spot, please look at what I just sent you. Please look at what I just sent you. And then meanwhile, this guy doesn't even know that there's a wardrobe, and he's telling me. And he's
telling
about it.
me.
But he does that all the time. All the time. You mean you didn't see it? No, dude, I saw it. I did see it.
Oh, it's a nice photo.
Yeah.
But it's constant. It's not just this moment.
All right, fair enough.
It's the tone all the time.
Oh, okay.
You mean you didn't get the email from
Are you talking about this?
Yeah, that thing that has that's the
but
graphic.
that's the time that we're supposed to be there. It doesn't mean you show up at 10 and you leave at 1.
You'll show up at 10 to
It's
10.
4 to 5 hour window.
And you'll leave at 1:00 and you'll leave at 1:05.
Now pull up what I just sent you, Spot.
Oh, this is wait. Who sent this?
Rich sent that.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, that's what I sent.
Oh,
I sent you the straight up itinerary.
No, it's not the
with
itinerary.
the
You
details
have
of the event.
You have
Make sure there's no.
Make sure there's no like money or things involved.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's for. It
It's
was
just
for like,
Rich
hey,
is always talking down of I don't know what's going
Because
on.
what you're-
Meanwhile,
what
he
you're
doesn't know what's
showing-
going on, and I simply told him, and it's an okay thing.
what you're showing
But
is
it's
the order.
constant.
It's irrelevant. You're just showing the order
Not
form, which is
irrelevant,
like, hey,
'cause it's a
here-
buildup of events.
Sorry.
They're pretty much saying
that all the
they
time.
could use the talent for 4 to 5 hours without having to pay them more.
Here we go.
That's all.
What does the top thing say?
All right.
Very top. Up top.
1017. You have 2 bars and full Wi-Fi.
No.
Oh, and your battery's probably about
Hour
70%.
workday, 4 to 5 hour workday. 4 to 5 hour workday.
Oh, I thought that said 4 to 5. Like you were only working for an hour.
4 to 5 hour workday.
It's all good. Look at the first line though, under details. Please read that.
We will be asking Rich/Steve as a duo and Rachel Steele solo to DJ the Sirius XM booth 3 hours each day on 311
but it's a
312.
4 to 5 hour workday.
Yeah, but
you're not just there and you go, hey, what's up? All right, I'm out. That's not how it works.
So you probably show up, do a little emceeing, and then play some music.
I wouldn't show too much of that email because it's a company email, but
right?
I want you to see what I'm talking about because then Rich is acting like I don't know, and he always does that, and it's fucking annoying. Meanwhile, this guy doesn't know either. I had to tell him what to pack because he didn't know.
What are you packing for?
Oh, where does it say what you have to wear?
But I don't say that shit. He says that shit to me all the time. You mean you didn't get the email?
We may need them to do a meet and greet.
The boss emailed the other. You didn't
and/or
see it?
DJ at one of the partner booths, and we are still finalizing plans and want to budget 5 hours just in case.
Yeah, I'm doing that also.
Oh, so there you go, 5 hours.
No, I'm doing a different
4
event.
to 5 hour event. Says it right there in the top.
Maybe I should go.
The time in which the event takes place
As
are
a
those 3
mediator.
hours. But you don't just show up. There's a setup. You're probably schmoozing a little bit. You're saying hi. You didn't say, hey, Ralph, later. Bye.
What is this event again?
Hey, wait, nice to meet you. Hey, you got so fat. Good to see you. Fuck out of here. It's not how it works.
It's cars, right?
NADA is like a big
But is
Here
it
in my car.
technology event.
Fuck out of here.
is it new cars or old cars? Or like technology in cars? I always forget what NADA is. NADA.
NADA stands for
Nada.
Nothing.
none of your fucking business.
Fuck out of here.
So, anyway, on a Throwback Thursday, I want to acknowledge and honor the Throwback Thursday by wearing my Muhammad Ali t-shirt. Yo, bro. My leather jacket. My sweet-ass diamond earrings. And I want to get into it because we have lots to get to. But a lot of times I talk about how
Spot's decision to not go is looking good right now. That's
Do
from
I
Billy.
want to go? Do I want to be in between this? No, thanks.
No, but it's a build-up. It's constant.
I know.
He acts like I don't know, and I'm like, no, I'm coming from a reference. Meanwhile, when he doesn't know, I simply tell him, but I don't make him feel like, you mean you didn't know? That's how Rich is with everything. Tell me he's not. Didn't you see the email? Didn't you see it? I guess you didn't see the email.
I mean, you do have to admit that Rich is a little bit more into the
details of things.
Organizational
That's
details.
how he comes across. I knew it. That's my reference. The only reason I'm showing you is because that's where I got it from. Didn't make it up.
Okay.
So
your track record isn't the greatest with.
Thank you, Spot. I wasn't going to say it. I wasn't going to say.
You guys are the most organized.
No, I'm
on
the
top
worst.
of everything. When it comes to my work events, I know what's going on. And it's kind of insulting. When it comes to planning things out, you got a point. When it comes to what I have to do for work, I come prepared. In fact, more prepared than both of you guys, if you want to play that game. So,
I don't even know what game you're playing.
Parcheesi.
I'm playing this game.
All right.
You know how I always tell you Jordan asks me questions that are just so odd, and I don't know the answers to them, and I feel off about that because she assumes that I should know. But I can never give you reference.
Oh,
about
do you
what
have an
they are.
example?
Yeah, I wrote it down
asked you
just from
yesterday,
yesterday.
yeah.
No, but this just happened. You mean they built a time machine out of a DeLorean? So yesterday, Jordan's like, what are we going to eat? And we went and just got Italian food, right?
What'd you get?
For pickup.
What'd you get? Gabagool?
No, just, I got just grilled
Gabagool.
chicken and Caesar salad.
Prosciutto.
Gabagool.
Yeah, just,
Did you
I
get
got,
some mozzarella?
she got straight up rosemary bread and chicken
Focaccia?
parm. And
She got a little focaccia.
She got all the fixins and pasta. I got a little thing of grilled chicken and Caesar salad because I'm fat and I got to watch when I eat. So
Caesar salad isn't the most healthiest of dressings, just so you know.
no, I know that, but you know, it was a small side
Yeah, you know,
salad.
it's like Caesar was fat.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, but if you're doing keto, it's all fats, less sugar.
Now you remember people would be like, "Yo, Julius, what have you been eating, bro?" And he's like, "Not clean."
Caesar was like some fat Mexican dude because remember it was from a restaurant in Tijuana.
Yeah, people, you don't know that? Yeah, it was Caesar.
Not Caesar, not Hail Caesar, not that guy.
No, it was Caesar.
Not a Caesar.
Yeah, it was the guy who they named the haircut after the Caesar, like the haircut. That guy.
Julius Caesar Augustus.
What's up, Greg
Augustus
Kelly?
Caesar. Weren't they cousins or brothers?
I got to explain something to Greg. My defensiveness comes from
Oh yeah, Greg.
multiple moments, not this one isolated moment.
Right.
It's constant.
It's the straw.
It's a build-up. It's the straw.
What hotel are we staying at?
Vidara. So suck my dick because you didn't even know that dork. He's such a dork.
Oh,
He
can
didn't
you
even know.
send
I told him.
Can you send photos? I've never
That's
stayed
what
at
I mean. He
Vidara.
acts. He's such a fucking brain dead ninny. He acts like he knows when I'm the guy
know-
that told him.
you know-
I'm the guy that told him that.
Well, I
That's a
don't-
typical
I'm
example.
pretty sure you did not tell
Yes,
me that.
I did. He had no clue.
You
I
know-
told him that.
You know,
That's a typical example of what I'm talking about.
I will argue.
Where are we staying?
Can I be the-
bet you didn't know.
Can I be
I
the
bet you didn't
mediator?
know. What? Yeah.
Let me be the mediator. Let me get in between you guys.
Yeah.
I will say that while
It's the tone. That's all it is. Continue.
let me get in between you guys. While Rich is a little bit more organized with
He's
the
not
details.
organized. He's an obsessed hyper ninny.
But he's an
that has to
obsessed
have-
hyper ninny.
Yeah.
That loves dealing with people.
Yeah. That's not
He's
organized.
constantly
He's a
dealing
fucking
with people.
busybody.
He's a busybody. He loves
That's
people.
busybody behavior. That's not he's on top of it.
He loves people. He's a people person. Calm down. But I would argue that he is a little bit condescending towards Covino
Yes.
when it comes
All
to
the
things
time.
like this.
Both
Because
of
he
those statements are
assumes,
right.
just like how I assume that I don't know how Covino gets through his day.
No
Like, I don't
offense,
know
Spot.
I don't
You
know
are
how-
too, though.
I know.
You are too, but
But
you're
I
not in
rightfully
this
so.
conversation.
I don't know how like Covino gets home or like functions or like eats meals or any of that.
Spot has the theory you don't eat meals because he doesn't think you could prepare a thing.
I'm convinced you don't know how to function in your day, and like you just you're coasting through like Adam Sandler and Click. But you are capable. You're an adult. You're an adult male, and you've gotten this far. So why not assume that he knows what he's doing and just do a friendly check? Try not
Let
to
me
be
ask
as
you this.
condescending.
Who just shows up? Never me. I pay attention to detail and I come prepared.
He does.
Okay? Who's the guy you never have to worry about when it comes to what's going on when it's time to shine and when it's time to do your job?
If you know how to get there. Yeah,
Doesn't matter. Rich struts there, but he don't know what's going on.
No, Rich floats there, or no, Rich rides there on a
I
unicorn.
ride there on a unicorn.
Horn first.
So anyway, Greg, it's not about this isolated incident. It's a constant.
The Vidara is all suites, amazing rooms.
Oh fuck.
Vidara's no casino. Remember?
Well, it's connected to the Aria that has a casino.
Oh fuck.
Exactamundo.
Man.
All right, so
The Vidara and Aria. The Vidaria.
It's Vidara, right?
yeah.
Vidara.
They booked it. We didn't even book it. They booked it, so
probably cheaper.
And I told Rich that because Rich was like, "We got to book the rooms," and I said,
Vidar,
"No,
I never said we need to book room. I said we need to book the flights.
You did too
because I knew that I was the one that.
You know why they picked
brain dead
Vidar?
moron. You did too, and I said
I never said we need to book the rooms. I never said we need to book the rooms because I talked to the person.
Book the rooms, and I said to you over the phone because you called me.
You're probably thinking of someone else.
No,
I would never.
I'm not.
Hold on.
I knew this before you did.
No, you didn't. You didn't. You did not, because I had this conversation with you over the phone, and I said no. I said they already booked the rooms. They said it right here in the email. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I seen a screenshot, and I should go back to find that too.
I'm gonna look for it right now because
I read it to you, and I remember they booked the rooms because you told me about it. We got to book the rooms. I said no. It says in the email they booked the rooms.
I never said we had to book the rooms. I swear on everything in my life that I never said that because I talked to the person about.
Who are you gonna believe? The guy I can't remember anybody's name or what happened yesterday, or me when I specifically had the conversation.
You know what, Covino?
I got nothing going on. You think I forgot? You think I made that up for the fun of it? I do nothing.
You know what, Covino?
80% of the day.
You're right. That's exactly right, Covino. Everything you say is right. You were really on top of
Anyway,
this,
I'm trying to move on.
and you're the greatest.
But
You know what? You know what, Rich? You too. You're very helpful, and we work as a good team. It's really good that we can do this together.
I'm gonna ask if I can work with Rachel. I'm gonna ask if I can do a fucking.
Thank you for doing all the details, but just so you know, I'm also on top of things. But let's do this together. Well, we're a great team. High five.
I'm gonna ask Rachel Steele if she wants to work with you. Rachel Steele, you want to work with Covino?
My mom said my family's getting tired of putting me down because I'm a very successful young man.
Who's putting you down?
I don't know how young I am. You just went on this whole. Would it be soliloquy of how I don't know how to get anywhere and you don't know if I eat? And you forgot about all that shit?
Sorry.
As I sit here and look at you like, who's this fucking guy to talk to me that way?
End of it. I said,
but what makes you guys so great all the time? I don't get it. I don't get either of you,
Actually, I listened back and you did say that all that stuff, but then at the end you said how you're really capable individual and you're an adult male and you're able to take care of yourself.
I listened.
So you know what? I did listen to that. I heard what you said.
I look at you and I listen. I bite my tongue and I say, "What the? You guys are out of your mind." But anyway,
he says it too. How are you, bro? Dragging me down.
See, that's the thing. When I mess with you guys, it's funny and it's playful. When you mess with me, you say some stupid shit, and I just take it and I'm like, it's okay, cool. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Oh, yeah, I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to eat. Oh, I don't know how to get anywhere. And then people start to believe that shit. That's what's messed up about it.
I've never seen you prepare a meal in my life.
Doesn't matter. I don't need you to prepare my meal. I don't need Jordan to prepare my meal. I don't need anybody to prepare my meal. So anyway.
What'd you have for dinner last night?
I told you I got Italian food.
Gabagool.
Yeah. What does that mean, Spot?
What does that mean? Yeah, takeout.
I had takeout.
He wanted some gabagool.
Maybe once or twice a week.
Gabagool.
Maybe twice a week. Right? So,
gabagool.
No gabagool. I had Maria's Italian Kitchen.
Gabagool.
And gabagool. It was good.
Maria's Italian Kitchen is very good. You went to the one here or the one? Is there one by you?
There was one right around the corner from where you used to live. Yes, in Sherman Oaks.
Same like
exact
a sister
thing.
restaurant?
Same thing. So when you talk about the one here, as if it's new, it's the same one that's right in Sherman Oaks.
The one here is a pretty like big restaurant, like sit down place.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Same thing. Maria's Italian Kitchen's a chain. I don't know if it's all over the place, but it is out here. So Jordan's like, I don't know what I want to eat. Long story short, I got a grilled chicken and a Caesar salad. I didn't really want anything that heavy.
Gabagool.
I feel like a slob. So
sounds good.
We're driving and Jordan goes, "Is that a DeLorean?" Oh, that's why it's ironic. And Rich even brought it up right before the show started. Like one of the most classic lines in movie history. I just built a time machine out of a DeLorean.
It's the inflection in Michael J. Fox's voice that it can't be duplicated. There's like almost
a crack,
he has the perfect crack in his voice while at the same time inquisitive, concern, excitement. Like the line he delivers, it can't be replicated.
It's so funny that Rich actually pointed it out this morning because I had written down in my notes, DeLorean.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if
Like
you're going to build a time
concern,
machine into a car,
excitement,
why not do it with
worry,
some style?
like
DeLorean?
the out of breath, the
Isn't
nerves,
there-
everything about the way he delivers that line.
Classic. Movie classic.
Picture lame ass
montage.
Eric Stoltz trying to deliver that line.
No.
That's why they made the change.
They did the right thing. So,
Isn't there a version of him saying that?
is there?
If you could find that. Doc, isn't he
Well-
made a time machine out of DeLorean?
Yeah,
God.
he didn't have that
A
sort
little
of
more
excitement.
something, Stoltz.
We'll agree on that.
All right, see, now we
Michael J.
found common
Fox.
ground. We found
Yeah,
common ground. There you go.
So we agree. Classic movie line. Michael J. Fox, legend. Great moment. Great moment in movie history. Great line. So I'm driving back from Maria's Italian Kitchen just to pick up. Quick pickup. Brought it home. And as I drove past it, I'm like, yeah, I think that was a DeLorean, right? And it's right behind me. So I'm looking in my rearview mirror. There's no easy way out. I'm blasting my music. I'm looking in the mirror.
Does the Maria's by You on replay just have Maria playing in the restaurant?
Constantly.
Yeah.
So I'm looking in, I'm like, I think that is a DeLorean because you could kind of tell by the headlights. And then it passed. No, did it pass me? Either way, at the light, I drove up around just and waited for it to go past me to see. And it was a DeLorean. And I'm like, oh, sweet. Because I haven't seen one in a minute. I just haven't, right? But they're around. They exist.
I mean,
So then Jordan's questioning
yeah.
begins, and it's a perfect example on a Throwback Thursday, the DeLorean, how cool. But perfect example of she starts asking questions that she expects me to know the answer to, and I don't know. So number one, and this is just an example of what I reference often. She asks me questions about sports, and I'm like, I don't know. The DeLorean, are they rare? And I'm like, yeah, pretty rare. Because I haven't seen one in a long time, and
One of our
I think they
listeners
only
has
had a short run, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know the details, so I'm like, yeah, I would say they're pretty rare. I mean, I would see them around when I was a kid here and there, but aside from the movie and here and there, you really didn't see that many of them.
I just remember they were big in the early 80s.
Yeah.
The CEO was addicted to cocaine, and it ruined the company.
Well, go ahead. Yeah. And then Rich, how would you answer that?
But they're coming back.
I'm looking right now on cars.com.
Yeah. I mean, you could get one.
I mean, there's DeLoreans out here in Los Angeles. If you want to buy a used DeLorean in LA,
Yeah.
the cheapest one is $60,000.
Still.
Then it's like $120,000. There's only actually, in fact, on this one website, there's only 2 DeLoreans for sale.
How many were made? So right now I'm lost. Were they rare? Yeah. How many were made? I don't know. I think they were only in production for a year or two. It's not like as far as I know, it's not like they had.
Total production was 9,000 units.
See?
Wow.
But again,
So
I
that's
don't
fairly
know that.
that's fairly rare.
That's pretty rare.
Dude, that's very rare.
And
When you think about it.
an estimated 6,500 DeLoreans are still on the road.
Now, I may be dreaming, dude, but I'm pretty sure one of my mom's coworkers had one. Because I remember getting in his car where the doors opened up like that.
I almost bought
when
one.
I was a little kid.
15 years ago.
But I could be dreaming. So,
9,000 ever made.
but again, you wouldn't have known that in the moment.
I want you to take yourself.
But the only way
Take yourself.
I would do it,
I would have said 60,000 ever. I would have had no clue.
the only way I would buy a DeLorean is if I was going to convert it into the Back to the Future 2 car.
With a
With
Mr. Fusion.
That's the only way. That's the only reason I would ever buy a DeLorean.
All the wires
I wouldn't
on
buy
it.
it just to have it.
But you would decorate it like the movie.
You
but
would
here-
have to put lights on the outside. You'd have to put a little dash in. You have to get the LED speed display. You'd have
You know what you got to do, though? You got to ask yourself the bigger question. And the bigger question is, you've lived in New York and LA your whole life.
Yeah.
Of the times you've seen a DeLorean, how many have been at a movie lot,
every time.
a promotional event,
Every
something
time.
through radio or television or something
When I was a kid,
I've
would
seen
see
DeLoreans, but I feel like I may have seen, let's just say I've seen 20 DeLoreans in my life.
Yeah.
18 times, we're probably at the Universal City backlot. Or,
Yeah, it's the
hey,
White
Covino
Buffalo.
Rich.
I saw the White Buffalo last
Rich, we did an event in Vegas, and they had an old school movie display, and they had a DeLorean there. I'm talking regular person on the road in a DeLorean. That's a rare occurrence.
By the way, I misspoke. He wasn't addicted to cocaine. He smuggled cocaine.
Oh,
he was in the cocaine trade, which to pay for the business. So
You said to pay.
to pay.
So again, Throwback Thursday. I saw the white buffalo, the
DeLorean,
brown
huh?
unicorn. I don't know. The DeLorean.
Guys
Are
wanna
they rare?
invest in them?
Yes. How many? 9,000. Didn't know. I was like, I don't know.
That's a small amount.
What's the brand? She goes, what's the brand? I'm like, DeLorean.
DeLorean.
She goes, yeah, but who made it? And I'm like,
It's not like a Chevy DeLorean.
DeLorean, yeah.
Yeah, it's like its own.
So at least I knew that.
By the way, it was $25,000 when it first came out in '81.
It's a lot of money.
Equivalent of today would be $71,000.
Yeah, it's not a cheapie.
Well, she goes, was it American? And I was like,
Yeah. Well,
I was like,
I believe so.
yeah, see? This is the questioning I get when it comes to everything. You know, someone scores a touchdown and she's like, is that the first time someone ever did a somersault in that fashion? I'm like, well, I don't know. How do I know? How do you not know? Into
the
a
cars?
split? I'm like, I don't know.
Let's see. The cars were produced. Let's see. The DeLorean Motor Company was based in Humble, Texas, but the cars were produced in Ireland. Does that make sense?
Well, like every car now, there's no real foreign
he
car.
founded in Detroit, Michigan.
An American-Irish hybrid.
Yeah. Yeah, but I
Yes,
guess
Jordan knows how to use Google, dipshit. We're having a conversation
Yeah, it was in
because we
Northern
just
Ireland.
saw a DeLorean. So she's asking me if I know. She's asking me because I'm like, yeah, that's a DeLorean. And plus, I lived during the time of the DeLorean, so she thinks that I might know some shit.
Apparently, if you
And
want
I
more,
do know some shit, but she always finds questions that I don't necessarily. Her inquisitive nature focuses on things that I really don't care about or are just matter of fact for me. Like I don't.
I never thought of it.
I never thought of it. I don't know.
From what I'm reading here,
You know
there's
they're-
a biography on the dude
Yeah.
on the Motor Trend Network. So if you want to look up the Motor Trend Network and DeLorean, maybe you and Jordan have a little documentary to watch.
You know they're releasing the new DeLorean, right?
I did hear that, but
Yeah.
who's making it? The DeLorean company is
Yeah.
like revamped and they're up and running.
I believe so. Yeah. Unless it's just a.
Did it only come in silver? I'm like, I think so. I've never seen another color other than the
Is that
silver
the new
DeLorean.
DeLorean spot?
The new DeLorean. Sign up for the future, so it's you can get on a list, I guess.
I have a question. Is it electric, hybrid? What is it?
It's probably going to be electric. I guarantee.
Oh, the
you.
new one?
The new one will probably be electric.
But when you think about it, I mean, the movie added so much
I would
more
get a
mystique
DeLorean.
and clout to the car. When you think
Well,
about it,
of
it's one of the
course.
coolest looking cars. That's why they chose the DeLorean to be the time machine in Back to the Future. It's
Plus-
just cool and futuristic looking.
Plus, the
So.
stainless steel construction allowed for the temporal displacement.
No other colors though, huh, Spotty? That's it?
Thanks,
Silver?
Doc.
Doc! So anyway, I saw it. We had this conversation.
have you ever
She
seen
asked
like
me all
a-
these questions? I'm like, I don't know.
A mustard colored DeLorean.
Yeah,
That's always
Alex
great,
Berman
right?
only came in stainless steel.
Well, here's the question then.
He's a car guy. He knows.
This is coming. Yeah, Alex Berman is our biggest car listener, in my opinion. Him and Steve in Utah. Those are the two car guys that I think of. When this car does come out, as cool as a Tesla, cooler, too novelty, will there be a
there's that nostalgic sort of vibe about it.
nostalgia,
too. It's like,
though?
ooh.
You know who the nostalgia's for? People with money now. People 40 to 50 probably. So you're talking about maybe a success, or is it going to be like, man, it's novelty. I don't really want to buy one.
So, if anything, if you're outside of the Universal lot or outside of a car show and you see these on the street on a random
I'd love to drive
Wednesday, it's kind of fucking cool because there was only 9,000. Like, you don't see that many of them.
I got to back up Lisa here,
Yeah.
who hit us up with a statement that's hard to argue. If not for Back to the Future, none of us right now would even know what a DeLorean is. Because
No, I'm pretty sure I knew of them as a kid.
all right, then
I
you're the
collected
guy
Matchbox
then.
cars. Was there a Matchbox car?
Yeah, but if
DeLorean?
there was a Matchbox car DeLorean, it
do
was
you know?
because of the
I
movie.
only knew because of the movie.
I'm saying if there was no DeLorean in the movie, it would have been a car that came and went that you would have zero recollection of. So Back to the Future put this vehicle on the map where, think about it, if there were only 9,000 sold and if it wasn't for Back to the Future, I'm sure there's other vehicles that came and went that just,
Any car with the doors that open like that as a kid to me was the coolest car ever. Yeah. Does it fly? I don't know. So anyway, saw it, the white unicorn, the brown unicorn, the white buffalo, saw it last night right here in Los Angeles. And I didn't know the answers to most of these questions. I mean, I made good hypothetical sort of guesses. I guesstimated and gave my best answer. And I was right, but I didn't know the exact details to those questions. Also, on a Throwback Thursday, I just want to do something fun with you real quick, Rich, and then it's all you.
All me. And by the way, shout out to Jamie in Boston, who's also a big car guy. I forgot about it.
What's up, Jamie?
Boston. I think of him as more of an artist now.
Yeah,
one of our,
he's an artiste.
I'm friends with them, so they must be a listener. One of our Canadian listeners has a DeLorean because I always see it pop up on my feed.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they restored it. It looks
it's a
nice.
Cool car, man. And with, like I said, with the movie nostalgia behind it, it's like, yeah, it's pretty awesome. But there was an issue with the car, which is why it only lasted so long. I mean, we've seen these documentaries. I just don't remember all the details.
That's his DeLorean.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Right? It's a nice looking car.
It's definitely odd looking when you think about it.
It's odd. I mean, it's very 80s. It's very 80s looking.
Yeah.
Other than the door going up, which obviously looks cool and futuristic, it's a very 80s looking car.
The DeLorean. So someone last
At the
night.
time, it was sleek. It looks like almost like a Chevy Nova.
All right. Also on a Throwback Thursday, thank you guys for being here. Shout out to Super Rare Shop, Muhammad Ali.
Who are you talking to?
Talking to you. I got a package the other day, just a friendly package from the Mauser family.
Oh.
They sent me some Monk's Road bourbon.
Oh, yeah. He sent me that, too.
That whiskey.
It's good.
Autographed from the owner and master distiller.
Long time ago, Rich. Not the same time.
So Monk's Road bourbon is one of those things, honestly, Rich, it's one of those things like the Hey Dude shoe.
Hey, dude.
Right? Like where it's like such a, wow, everybody knows about it and like you were last to the party.
Yeah.
I posted a picture of this whiskey and everyone's like, yo, I got so much feedback. I'm like, yo, that's some good shit, man. Yo, that's good shit right there. Yo, bro, that's some of the best. Like I was unaware of how good Monk's Road whiskey was. Monk's Road bourbon.
I think there was here's a Jordan question.
Yeah.
How many different whiskey companies are there?
It's like,
I saw a stat.
you like whiskey?
I saw a stat that blew my mind because the spirit business is so. You wonder, why do people keep entering what you would think is a pretty crowded space, right?
Yeah.
Like, man, why would a company debut a tequila when there's, in your mind, probably hundreds of tequilas? They all do well. People love booze. People love spirits. People love wines and liquors. It's the truth.
I will try any bourbon. Any bourbon.
Yeah, I think
any
it's a
bourbon.
great gift.
I will try any bourbon.
We don't.
They're sweet.
You know who we don't give enough credit to?
Bourbon.
Tito Santana.
Why?
Wait, that's not who made Tito's vodka, is it?
No, it's Tito Jackson.
Oh, Tito Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm amazed to
He's like,
think
boom, boom,
in a world of
boom, 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 boom.
crowded spirits, when we were younger, Absolute, Grey Goose, Kettle One, Smirnoff. And I'm just naming the ones you would know from a bar.
Not Russian, by the way. Smirnoff.
Think of all the vodkas. Think of all the vodkas that have been out our whole life. To think that it's almost like an Under Armour story where you felt so confident. They're like, yeah, I know it's a crowded space. Like Under Armour was like, well, there's Reebok and Nike and Adidas and Puma. And nah, we're good to go. It's like, you're entering the sports athletic space? Yeah, we believe in what we got. Yeah, but Mr. Under Armour, there's Nike, like I said, Reebok, Puma, Adidas, a million brands. Wilson, Spalding. No, we're good.
No,
Under Armour is now top dog. You know, under Nike, but it's top tier. Tito's vodka, #1 vodka in the United States out of Texas. Mm-hmm. To think that
they were sending us gift packages early on.
Like promo, like, here, try it.
Try it.
They were smart.
Yo, dude, it was cool. But isn't it wild to think?
We saw the rise of it. We would get, being a radio show, they would send us packages. Like,
I am amazed. I mean, listen, the product's great. Everyone loves Tito. It's American made. It's Texas. I get it. People love it. But you don't think they went against the odds? Like, yeah, let's create a vodka. Dude,
that's a whole conversation in itself. Because you see a lot of this on Shark Tank too.
That's a story.
Why do you want to enter an oversaturated market? It's like someone doing a podcast right now. It's like, really gonna think.
Yeah, but if you're good, yeah, someone will be like, "Well, I'm good."
Rises to the top.
I'm good. You know, I'm good. So, if you feel like I'm good, I got the product. It makes sense. But Tito's is so smooth. I agree with the feedback. But you don't think in the beginning people are like, "Really, vodka? Don't waste your time."
No, for sure.
Don't waste your time. Tito's
Tequila too. I mean, tequila
number one.
How many different brands? You got the Rocks brand. Fucking Mario Lopez has a brand.
What is it?
Jose Mangan has a brand.
Ryan Reynolds.
Gin.
Ryan Reynolds gin made him like $500 million.
Not a gin fan.
We went to our friend.
I don't like herby liqueurs.
Our friend Jeanette, who I'm excited. I'm going to her wedding next week in Atlanta. Jeanette and Juan. Jeanette invited us to Houdini's Mansion for that alcohol event where all the sponsors and brands and everything. And we were rubbing fucking shoulders with Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul have a new tequila out. These celebrities invest in
Mezcal.
You know what it is? It's
Mezcal.
What do they always say? When you want to know if a player's going somewhere in sports, they always say, follow the real estate and the family. Like a lot of times when some guy's like, oh, he sold his house. He's getting traded or he's leaving.
Follow the money.
If all these rich people are investing in alcohol, then clearly with the right business deal, it's profitable.
But you got to have a name.
You got to have a name, but you get what I'm saying?
Like that Casamigos is, was it George Clooney, Randy Gerber?
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild.
Someone else, I think.
You would think that space is taken up. Nope.
You gotta be a celebrity to push it.
Yeah.
So this Monk's Road bourbon, I was just excited to get some whiskey. I didn't realize like how much clout it had amongst the aficionados, right? Like, ooh, oh. So now I'm gonna respect it and savor it even more. Either way, I was thankful. I was like, oh, sweet. And he also sent some moon pies to try, which I've had before, but Jordan I don't think did. I'm not sure she did. Either way, I got them. Pies. He sent that 1994 like Green Day sticker. He said he was at a Green Day concert and stole a box of stickers. And he's like, here, maybe Melody will like it. And they had the date on it and everything. It was pretty cool. So I had that. And then he sent me a pack of baseball cards. So I only bring it up because I'm thankful, but because it's a Throwback Thursday. So it's an unopened pack of 1990 Upper Deck baseball cards. Now, if you throw it back, when Upper Deck came out, that was the shiz bam snappy.
1990 Upper Deck?
Yeah, well, I remember. Like, okay, so the ones that we got to look for is a Ken Griffey Jr.
I was just thinking that.
At least 600, right? There's a Mike Whitten. Like, who gives a funk or wagnall about Mike Whitten? But there's an error card that's worth a lot of money, where it's like all black on the back or like a black box. A Nolan Ryan's worth $150. Deion Sanders, who just got his toes removed, worth $60. There's some autographed Reggie Jacksons in there worth a few $100. There's a few decent cards from the 1990 collection. So I figured on a Throwback Thursday, let's just go into a little time machine. Let's get into the DeLorean. Let's open this up and let's see. Just laugh at some of the names real quick. Real quick. Look at this. Ooh, 1990 Upper Deck. Oh! Think about that.
Look at that border. Look at that border.
This is old, bro.
That's crazy. Let me see the wrapper. I want to see if I remember like the wrapper.
Is there any gum in there?
No. 1990.
Oh my God. This is like bringing back memories.
Yeah.
Like, look at this wrapper spot. Like if anyone knows, like right here, look at that is the 1990.
How cool is that, right?
Upper Deck.
On a Throwback Thursday. Wow. So funny and so random because the first card on the top is a guy I referenced, if not yesterday, the day before, Spot. Steve Sachs. Because you brought up Sachs underwear, and I said, yo, Steve Sachs really did good on that endorsement.
Wow.
Steve Sachs.
Steve Sachs.
Tom Drees. I don't even remember this bozo on the White Sox.
Tom Drees?
You're that guy?
He's a rated rookie.
I don't know that guy.
Nope.
Wow. You know what's crazy about this? I thought for sure I'd know most of the names. I don't think I know this name. J-Dubs and Rocket Dog will. Brian Harper of the Twins, catcher.
He's got a great mustache and a mullet.
I don't remember.
You might need to reference Brian Harper when you talk about Dan Gladden and the hair and stuff.
I'm not sure anyone's going to know them. Ooh, this one you'll know. Tim the Rock Reigns as an expo. Expose these nuts.
Tim Raines.
Tim Raines.
Wow.
Look at that. So I'll put that here. Ooh, 1990. Legend. See, these are the names I was thinking about. Mark Grace.
Cubbies. Left-hander.
This was his third year in the league, coming off a 13 home run season. but he batted at 314 in 89. 314. Mark Grace. Ooh, here's a guy, a superstar that never really amounted to what you thought he was going to be. Danny Tartable.
Danny Tartable on the Royals was a good player.
Danny Tartable Royal.
Yeah.
Let's see. He's coming off of, dude, listen to these numbers. With the Mariners, he had 25 dongs. Then he went to the Royals, 34 bombs.
You said dong.
26 bombs.
What happened to Danny Tartable?
Bombs.
Injuries?
I don't know.
He faded away. Danny Tartable is the name that
ended
was
up a Yankee. I don't know what happened to him. I just think he struck out too much.
Right, I got your little card view of camera in the bottom.
All right. Do you guys remember? Because I don't. Dodgers pitcher Tim Crews, but not C-R-U-Z. C-R-E, like Terry Crews. C-R-E-W-S. I don't remember that guy. Ooh.
Now they got the close-up cam. Can you show everyone where's Tim Raines' Jerry curl?
Yeah, let's check out Tim Raines' Jerry curl. Hilarious.
Right, hang on. Let me fix that.
Tim Raines had a sweet Jerry curl. So we're just taking it back to 1990 real quick. And as we found out last week, or was it this week? New Kids on the Block took it back to 1989 with their new song. Yo, pirate legend, legendary name, legendary pirate name of the 90s.
Sid Bream.
No, I'm surprised he's not your first one.
Hold on. Pirate in the 90s?
Pirate of the 90s. Not One-Eyed Willie.
Is it Barry Bonds or Bobby Bonilla?
No.
Wait, hold on. Whoa. All right.
Famous name. Like, oh, man, come on. That's a reference right there.
Oh. Like, Doug Drabeck?
No. All right. Andy Van Slyke.
Oh!
You're going to hate yourself.
Andy!
Now, Andy Van Slyke, let's see. He's coming off a 9 home run season.
Is he a better ball player than we thought,
he
or
had
not?
25 home runs the year before. All right. Never heard of this guy. Never. See, this is what's funny about it. 1990 pitcher for the Brewers, Chuck Krim. Oh, fuck out of here.
Chuck Krim's got some money somewhere living in a mansion. Chuck Krim played in the big leagues for a while. He's living it up.
Nah, that guy sucks.
Chuck Krim.
Never heard of him.
Lifetime ERA at this point.
Nobody knows that guy. Maybe they do, though, because think about this, guys. Hold on, because if we have time for this nugget later on, I'm saying nobody knows him. Somebody does. Somebody does, and I could be wrong about that. And it angers me when people shit on people that are awesome. And we'll talk about that later, if we have time, in reference to Mad Dog Russo.
Oh, I have it written down. We have to talk about it.
All right, and we'll do it right after this. It's so cool because, again, we're opening up 1990 on the Covino and Rich Show, Throwback Thursday. Like, this guy was a player in 1990, and since then, he's been like a coach and probably retired. Like, all you know him is as a coach.
Well, just keep in mind, whoever Covino is showing you, it sounds obvious, but add 32 years. So all these guys are young men now are like our parents' age.
He's an old fart. Mike Scioscia was still playing.
Oh, damn.
And he's like, you know him as an old coach.
Mike Scioscia is like a balding, gray-haired, chubby guy now.
He started in 85 as a Dodger.
Mike Scioscia is an Angels coach for a long time, right?
Long time Angels coach. That's what I'm saying. That puts it in perspective. Like, think of how long this guy's been coaching, let alone he was, only in his 5th year at that point. Louis Polonia, bro. One of the best utility. I love Louis Polonia.
Was a solid player.
He was a great utility guy, man. Fast. I like Louis Polonia. He was a little bitch, but I liked him. He was part of that. I believe he was part of that 96 championship team. Mm-hmm. A name that I totally remember, but I don't know how good he was. But I totally remember this name. Tom Candiotti.
Oh, pitcher.
Yada.
For the Dodgers? What is he on there?
Cleveland.
He was on the Dodgers for a minute.
He was on the Brewers and the Indians, and I don't know about the Dodgers.
Wait, wasn't he on the Dodgers?
Look up 16 wins one season.
Tom Candiotti.
That's why we know his name, I guess. Oh, another name I definitely know from 1990. All right, ready? 89-90.
Yeah, he played for the Dodgers later on, yeah.
89-90, we know the A's had a squad, right? So give me a non-black pitcher, because you're going to say Dave Stewart.
I'm going to say Dave Stewart, Dennis Eckersley.
Non-mustached, non-black pitcher from the A's in the 89-90.
I'm not going to remember.
Bob Welch.
Bob Welch! Of course I remember Bob Welch. Yeah. Damn it.
Bob Welch.
Didn't he win a Cy Young?
Did he? Well, let's see. Hold on.
Bob
Dude,
Welch.
Look at these numbers. He had back-to-back 17 wins, 15 wins the year before, 14 wins his rookie season. Numbers are different now because that's pretty solid. This guy, I don't think I remember him. Do you remember Kevin Gross? I don't.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Montreal Expo.
Of course I remember.
Dude, you're gross. Like Kevin. That's a new reference.
Yeah, they see now you got one.
Great.
Yo, this is so fun. Yo, if this is boring the shit out of you, I apologize. I got to tell you, Mauser, you're right.
Dude.
This is fun as hell for me.
I was right.
Yeah.
Bob Welch. No, going back to Bob Welch.
Yeah.
Cy Young Award winner in 1990.
Oh, shit.
So that was like his
This is his Cy Young
card.
year.
Yeah.
Wow. How many wins did he have?
Show the stats. See if you can show the stats on the screen.
Well, no, because
That shows 89.
This is a 1990 card, right? So
Which means
all
the
you see
stats
is-
are 89.
Yeah,
Right.
all you see is the stats from 89.
The
He
next year he
had
became
17 wins.
next year he was all the
Yeah, the lighting's kind of rough. Sorry.
Wow, that's cool. So that's a cool card. All right, Kevin Gross. I don't remember that guy. Oh,
everyone
and
had
another name-
everyone had a mustache and a mullet, huh?
Another name you're definitely gonna know, but I have no idea how good he was.
Okay.
All right, this is the last card in the deck, the upper deck. Kevin Romine of the Boston Red Sox.
Don't remember him.
You don't remember Kevin Romine?
Not really. Same way you
I-
don't remember
well,
Kevin
he's-
Gross because
he's-
I think
Yeah,
this was on
Kevin
my
Gross
division.
is an NL guy in your division, and Romine was a AL guy in my division. So totally remember. Let's see. Kevin Romine batted 274. Hey, he had one home run. He only had 2 career home runs at this point. So, but I remember the name for sure. And you're right, dude. Please, he's a great example of what Rich has said. Zoom in on that one last time spot. Kevin Romine is a perfect example of what every guy looks like. He has a mullet and a mustache.
Kevin Gross, same thing. Every guy, look, mullet, mustache.
Look at
It's
that.
the time.
Look at that.
Just like how DeLoreans look like really 80s cars. Look at all
every
these guys.
fucking guy looks the same. White guy, mullet, mustache.
Andy Van Slyke is the only guy in the 90s that had stubble. Think about it. He looks like that looks like a modern day guy.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And a young Danny Tartable. What
Danny
did happen?
Tartable's
Stop
handsome.
giving-
Stop giving me the. He is handsome.
Look at that guy.
Look at those eyes.
Man, what's he looking at?
But Danny Tartable's one of
Man,
those guys, you know, if you played video games, he's hitting bombs for you.
Danny Tartable. Well, picture Danny Tartable now looking at cheeks. I feel like he's looking at a nice pair of
Ah,
cheeks.
he's
Look at the look in his eyes.
He's contemplating life. He's looking off in the distance.
He sees some cheeks in the
He's
stands.
looking at George Brett eat fucking burn ends.
Right?
He's like, I think George Brett just shit his pants.
He
Did George Brett just shit his pants?
He did.
I think he did.
So anyway, hey, yo, that was fun for me. If you enjoyed it, I hope you did. I don't know. Either way, thank you, Mauser. And he was right. He
Steve,
goes,
Steve,
he goes, hey, I sent some baseball cards because they're fun to open. Yo, they really
are. That was fun.
That really was. Thank
Well,
you.
keep in
Throwback
mind-
Thursday.
You know what we should do?
Oh wait, I got a
oh,
sticker
hold on,
too.
Spot, real quick.
Oh, yo, Doug Ferrier's gonna be jelly. Look what I got. I got a hologram.
And oh my God,
Toronto Blue Jay hologram. Look at that.
I remember
Oh,
those.
that's some fancy ass technology. Look at that.
Yeah,
It really
you-
looks holographic.
Vic
That's
in Toronto,
awesome.
Vic in Toronto wants that so bad, but he can't have it.
The father, Kevin Gross, has a son on the Phillies now, Greg Gross. That's what Steve hit us up with.
Is that see? That's the Steve Rocho.
So if you're really gross, you're gross like Kevin and Greg.
Some of these dudes are long retired old men, right? Some of these dudes have had a coaching career and they're already done.
Like Mike Scioscia.
Yeah, and then the other guys, their kids and maybe even their grandkids are in the league.
You know,
It's crazy how much time is going by.
Steve, the crazy part to wrap this up,
Yeah.
Cove, is that
See, that was fun.
you just did something that you did for a 5-year period of your life
Yeah,
that
it was
was
awesome.
your biggest joy.
That I could see why
Honestly,
I enjoyed it. 'Cause it's like
right
opening
now,
up a little treasure.
right now, I'm trying to. What else can we do? If we rode bikes today and played wiffle ball, it could very well. You're replicating a day in the
Yeah.
life of Steve Covino in 1990. You open baseball cards. Let's see what else can we get. Whoa,
There's no gum in the upper deck.
wiffle ball.
Facts.
Wiffle ball. You want to play Nintendo too? Let's play some let's play some Tecmo Ball. Live a day from 1990. That might be an interesting.
I was playing Marvel Madness.
That might be an interesting thing.
And
Oh,
I was obsessed with
Got
my
it.
high school girlfriend.
I got it. This is a great idea. I'm not even joking. This is a
Yeah.
great idea for a family member or a friend or a significant other's birthday party. Try to, if it's like a big number, like, oh, they turned 30 or 40 or something, right? Try to replicate a day of their childhood. Like, for you, it would be if I had a Nintendo set up, wiffle ball going in the yard, baseball cards to open. Like, see, that's a pretty cool, I think, thoughtful
Can I tell you something?
thing to do for someone.
Sometimes, you know how a smell brings you back? And you're like, oh shit. Like if you smelled your grandma's perfume or your grandma's refried beans or anything, you smell something, you're like, holy shit, your high school girlfriend's perfume. You're like, oh my God. Like it could really take you back to that nostalgic feeling. Like there's a feeling you get sometimes. You're like, whoa. And it hits me every once in a while. I got hit the other day watching that show Adam Eats the 80s on the History Channel when they were talking about the Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh yeah.
And I remember I remembered the feeling. Like, yeah, I recognized the cards, obviously. Remember Atom Bomb was like sort of the main one.
Yeah.
Well, I remember the feeling of like wanting to put the little puzzle together. Like it took me back. Like, holy shit. Like I was like 9 years old again. You know, I was like, oh my God. Like I was so into that at 1 minute. And not that I forgot, but I forgot that feeling. So I saw Tony said we should open up a pack every week. But
you know what?
Fun.
I think
they sell.
Thanks,
You can buy like huge things of them,
Dude,
boxes of them.
My friends do this now just because they're looking for that little that little nugget, that treasure. You know,
that could be our thing. Our thing will be opening.
Yeah, but then what do you do with the commons? You got all these commons.
Yeah, throw them out.
I have so many
commons. You know, Spot might not even know what's mixed in the commons.
I have so many baseball cards at the Sorge compound back in New Jersey. I should ship them out here and we should go through them.
Let's do
boxes and boxes.
Let's do it behind the velvet rope where we go through all Spot's old baseball cards because I can promise you, I can promise you, Spot might not even know it, and he might have like
I told you,
I have sweet rookies.
I have the whole '86 Mets team in a little thing that I wanted to give to you one time, and you didn't want it.
You know what I thought about?
What was the brown border?
That was 87 tops. Yeah, with the little wood paneling.
Yeah.
My you know, I think about it and all the joy that gave you as a kid. When you think of all the things that brought you joy, you could probably relive some of those things with your kids. Like some of the toys, they have some good retro toys. Like if you buy your kid, I don't know, Light Bright or Shrinky Dinks or Hungry Hungry Hippo, there's probably you play it for the first time and you're like, whoa. It's a cool feeling, right?
By the way, that Steve Sachs card was like a team card. It shows you all the players on the Yankees on the back.
Yeah.
And you see all these names. They're great. And by the way, I always wish that Don Slaught was more of a memorable player because I always want to say bring on the onslaught like Don Slaught, but no one knows who the fuck
it's a weak onslaught then. It's like, yo, you brought on the onslaught like Don Slaught. Like
Don
that's like a weak slaught.
But I always thought Don Slaught was a cool name. Don Slaught was the catcher of the Yankees in 1990.
Well, every party needs a pooper, and Dirk said, don't do this every week.
Shout out to Brian Pope, who's listening. He works at Upper Deck.
Really?
He's worked there for 29 years.
That's amazing, dude.
Upper Deck was my shit.
Upper Deck was a game changer because they were honestly, look at them, Rich, just to wrap it up. Mm-hmm. They had little holograms. They were beautiful. They're like
Upper Deck took it to the next level.
Nice. Like,
Upper Deck was a way nicer card than like Tops.
And it's like, not to sound corny, there's something beautiful about them.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious about the photo. Spy, you're into photography. Like, this is what they chose. There was a lot of thought into this stuff.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like
Spot.
Show me.
Spot, Spot, you got a bunch of junk cards here. Yo, you're cool if I take your Honus Wagner, right?
Sure.
Right? Okay, cool.
I mean,
dude,
he looks weird.
Mickey Mantle, what is he named after a mouse? You don't want this one, right?
Yeah, he looks weird.
Yo, that's so weird. Roberto Clemente? Yo, you should give that one to Covino because he's Latino, right? You don't want that one.
You know what they were advertising here in 1992? You could win 4 1991 season tickets to a stadium of your choice in these cards. So anyway, thank you guys. 15 baseball cards per pack. Counterfeit-proof cards because they had the holograms on them.
Yeah.
Random sequencing. Tamper-proof pack. A minimum of 1 3D team logo hologram per pack. Limited edition high-quality cards.
David hit us up with definitely a feeling I remember. Getting the new Beckett's book and looking up the prices of your cards. I equate that to scanning the stock tickers. Scanning the stock ticker would be the same as when you were looking up your baseball cards in Beckett's. Like, am I up or down? What is my Griffey worth? What is my Ozzie Smith worth? You know, you did that shit a lot as a kid. And if you didn't, you know what? Hey, no big deal. We just lived slightly different lifestyles. Because when I was a little kid, all I gave a shit about
Dirk clearly did not enjoy that as a kid.
Until I discovered like girls and I got on my hustle with work shit. Baseball cards, sports and wrestling and cartoons. Like, what were you into?
I had this conversation with Melody last night. She FaceTimed me, and she's in her room, and I see her face light up, and clearly a boy hit her up on the computer, right? So I knew it. So I was like, yeah, you don't play with your slime anymore, huh? Not into slime. She's like, no, I don't have any slime, just the ones at your house. I I was like, you're not into that anymore? More slime?
Slime?
Dad, I'm talking to Connor. Like,
Then she did say she would like some new ones, but I'm like,
you don't have to say it, too.
Guess those days are over.
Yeah.
Just like my baseball cards.
I know.
So anyway, on a Throwback Thursday, that was fun. And on a Throwback Thursday, I hope you enjoyed the finale of Pam and Tom last night. Pam and Tommy.
Pam and Tom.
I call him Tom.
Tom Lee.
Pam and, he's my
Pam and
boy.
Thomas?
Yeah. Pam and Tommy. Can I just tell you this one part, and then Rich, it's all you.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Go
One
ahead.
part, because it's a Throwback Thursday. You start to get the feeling that, like, Tommy Lee, like, how much did he really care? You know, like, everyone thought he was the man, probably.
Right.
So how does it really just affected Pamela Lee, Pam Anderson, the sex tape? So Tommy Lee's at the bar, and there's one point where someone's like, "Yo, Tom, you're the man." Says something about like, "Dude, sweet hog." No, something about like, "You got a fire hose in your pants, man,"
Nice.
or something like that, right? Tommy Lee gets up and he's like, "Don't you fucking dare compliment me on my dick. Don't you ever talk about my dick. Don't you dare compliment me about my dick."
That's your fantasy.
Right? And then later on, though, he's there at the bar with Nikki Sixx, and Nikki Sixx is all like, "Yo, man," it's like, "What are you bummed about, man? The whole world knows you have a monster hog." It's like, things could be worse. He's like, "Yeah, I guess so."
And the guy never gets the negative. No one's like, "Can you believe Ray J has a sex tape?" No one says that. They're like, "Yo, Kim's got a sex tape."
It wasn't the same. It just was so sexist.
It's radically sexist. I mean,
wasn't
like,
and isn't the same. And it ruined Pam Anderson and Tommy Lee. Like, everyone was like, "Yo, man, he's got a monster hog."
think about it. Every guy that's been in a sex tape comes out of it probably with a cooler reputation. Every woman, unfortunately, because it's a sexist nature of a conversation, they're considered promiscuous, or everyone's seen them and they feel vulnerable and never wanted to be seen. Any guy? Do you think a guy cares?
Jeff the Jerk Man goes, "Spoiler alert! Holy F! Let people watch it first." You mean you didn't know he had a monster hog? I mean, you saw it in the first episode. Anyway, the funny part was how at one point he was really upset. Like, "Don't you dare compliment it. You leave my dick out of your mouth. I mean, wait. What? Stop complimenting my dick." And then, his friends were like, "Bro, I mean, come on." So anyway, that was it was great. It made me feel a little sad at the end, though.
He just seems like the biggest jerk of all time, though. I don't know who's a bigger jerk, Tommy Lee or Carlton in Bel Air. You got to get on it, bro.
I will get on it. I'm
Bel
Air,
Air, like
Bel Air.
I'll watch it.
Julia Fox.
Yo, Spot.
I'll watch it.
Bel Air is. Well, by the way, new episode today. It's so good. I really thought I was gonna like it, Spot, but I more than like it. I think it's like my new favorite show.
You gotta have it.
Yeah, I was like, I'll give it a shot. I liked Fresh Prince, and trust me, it's fantastic. It really is. They do a great job of casting. The characters are more complex. I like the Carlton-Will relationship. Mr. Bang. Oh, you know who the coolest character is on Bel Air?
Uncle Phil?
Jeffrey.
Oh, man.
He's not just the butler, Spot. He's like the badass fixer, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. He's like the rich people need like the bodyguard /
Yeah, like Uncle Phil's a smooth dude. He's like, "Yo, Jeffrey, come here, yo." He's like, "Yeah. Yo, Jeffrey, can you fix the problem?" He's like, "Already done it, sir." Like he's so badass. You got to watch Bel Air on Peacock.
Well, let's get into this because we have a flight to catch at 3:30. Right?
Yeah, I know. I was
3:30.
I know. I was going to tell you, but I was going to say, well, maybe Covino doesn't want me to help him with anything. I got the update.
I was waiting for Rich to say, "You mean 3 o'clock?"
No, because I know.
I could have said, "You mean you didn't get the text?
Your Southwest flight.
You mean you didn't get the update?
Your Southwest flight from Burbank now departs at 3:30.
Yes,
Sorry for the delay.
Yes, I got the update, Rich. Thank you. So anyway, thank you guys. So I will get on Fresh Prince. I'll check that out. But Pam and Tommy wrapped up last night.
Bel Air, bro, not Fresh Prince.
Bel Air. Fresh Prince of Bel Air, bro. Bel Air. I'll watch that.
Jeffrey and Uncle Phil being buds is a cool twist. And these are not spoilers. You learn this in the episode 1. It's
relax, Jeff the Jerk Man.
They've reimagined it. Like Carlton is not a nerd. He's more of a
coke fiend.
I mean, yeah, you see that in the trailer, but Carlton is top dog in that Bel Air world. Like he's like the in charge, like he's nerdy, but He like runs the prep school. He's like in shape, and he's got no time for like Will's like ghetto ways. It's so good. It really is.
How does Alfonso Ribeiro feel about the reimagination?
It's I mean
of
Joffrey is like Ray Donovan. He is
Carlton.
I keep saying Jeffrey is so good. The Hillary angle is great too. The daughter, Will's cousin. Hillary is like an influencer chef that's trying to find her way. I'm not even joking. I thought it was going to be good. I'm not trying to overhype, but I'd be amazed if you didn't love it. I know you, and the shows that I watch that I'm like, I won't recommend to Covino. Like I watched This Is Us last night. I watched this week's episode. Fantastic. But I would never say, Covino, I mean, you really got to watch This Is Us. I know it's not for you. I know it's not for you.
Allergic to it.
Tell that corny shit to beat it.
Yo.
Think a guy with a leather jacket like this could watch that corny shit?
I'm too cool for This Is Us.
Out of your mind.
This ain't us.
You know what they're saying?
Not me.
This anus. Anus.
Two shows that are
That's funny.
two shows that are two shows that are reboots that I like for different reasons. Both seem to be doing well. How I Met Your Father was renewed for a second season. I think it's alright. It's good. And Bel Air. Honestly, they so stand on their own that I don't think they need it. But both plan on having cameos in upcoming weeks.
Nice.
So
nice. I'm on it. I'm on it for real.
I enjoy Hillary on the show as well. That's E.J. Reed. Yeah, the modern day spin on Hillary being an influencer instead of like the ditzy Valley girl is way better. Agreed. I'm glad you guys like it too.
I hope they recreate the scene where Hillary got proposed to with a bungee, with the guy who was bungee jumping.
Didn't he die? He did. Yeah, that's right.
Hillary, will you marry me? Yeah.
I think I only know that from you guys playing it.
Or that scene where Uncle Phil and Will, like, how come you don't want me? And if they're talking about his dad and he hugs Uncle Phil. How
come you don't want me, man?
Oh, it might be the most emotional scene.
A very special Bel Air.
It was really good. I have a lot to get to today, so let's get right into it.
Sometimes I rewatch that scene to feel.
It's a Mario Day, March 10th. So what's up to all the Marios? You know, Mario Wrangle, Mario and Luigi, Mario
My Uncle
Andretti.
Mario. I had an Uncle Mario.
Your Uncle Mario?
We didn't call him Mario. We called him Mario.
Mario, yeah. On the East Coast, you say Mario.
On Throwback Thursday, let me show you a picture of my Uncle Mario. But it's a picture of my dad, too.
Wait, this is a picture of Mario Wrangle. What?
And a shout out to Mario Wrangle. All the Marios and Marios. Hey, Mama. Mario Lopez. Mario Lopez. The most mammoth Mario is my Uncle Mario on the right. That's my dad on the
Your
left.
dad and your brother look identical to me.
Really? If my brother had a mustache?
Your brother had a mustache and poofier hair?
Yeah.
You know, it's Covino.
Good shoulder caps.
You don't see it, Spot. You don't see.
By the way, they're both naked there, just so you know.
Like fully naked?
Yeah. No, I could just tell you what's going on there
They're
for
wearing,
sure.
but they're wearing cut-off jeans having a barbecue.
That's you're so dead on with track sneaker. You know those like 70s, 80s looking track sneakers?
Great pomp, by the way.
That's my childhood home. They're probably, working on it together. They were like inseparable. Hey, we were blood brothers. That's something you don't hear nowadays.
Yeah.
Blood brothers. That's my Uncle Mario, we called him, and my dad. They grew up on the same street together, and he was a fixture. He was on a Throwback Thursday, the typical guy that he came over every Saturday. So when I was a kid growing up, I look forward to my Saturday morning cartoons, my mom's pancakes,
and Mario.
Uncle Mario coming over with a dirty joke to tell that I had to pretend to not get in front of my mom.
Mario.
Yeah. And I would sweet, Uncle Mario's joke of the week. Let's go.
It is funny how everyone on the East Coast says Mario.
He was Mario.
Mario.
Yeah, Mario Brothers. Not Mario.
But why is it Mario Day? Mario Day? March 10th.
March 10th.
MAR10.
Took me a second to figure that out.
MAR10.
MAR10.
But bro, you nailed it. That was like the outfit of the young late 70s, early 80s guy.
No clothes and jean shorts?
Just
jean shorts making burgers.
That was it. Cut off jean shorts. No socks.
Yeah. When men were men.
I agree. I'm key. When men were men.
Oh, there you go. Well, by the way, speaking of reboots, one last note. I did see this. It was a year ago, so I'm wondering if anything changed. Because people are saying, what else needs a reboot from our childhood? Fuck, they've done everything, Bel Air, fantastic. How I Met Your Father, a more recent spinoff. I liked it. So far, so good. I saw Alyssa Milano, who
Samantha.
she's always been so nice to us, but she's so eye rolly. I don't know how to I don't know how to assess Alyssa Milano.
She did a little something. She looks better.
No, but I'm saying politically and who she is.
She's too awake.
She's the most woke.
I just Alyssa Milano makes me roll my eyes, but every time we see her, she's kind to us. So I don't know how to assess her.
It all started with her her breastfeeding.
It's not even that spot. It's
no,
her,
but it also that was like her.
Samantha, that's a T.
Her foray into
like
the
COVID, everything she does, everything about
sense.
her. She's so kind
You
and
gotta
nice
give
to
her credit
us.
though for being one of the first most woke.
She was early on.
She's
really
always
early
been.
wokish.
She's like dramatic.
Wokish.
She's like, I had COVID. Look, my hair falling out. Like everything
know.
about her is
I know.
annoying. Yet she's so
But at least
kind.
she's but you know what? She was like OG though.
She's
You
so
got to give her
kind.
credit.
If she was the first woke one, yeah, I guess she woke early bird
Gets
of the wokeness.
It's not like
the
she
wokeness.
followed the woke trend. She was on that.
Yeah,
shit
she
from
might
the
have
start.
started the woke trend. All right, so
Angela,
I bring her up because I saw her in an
Samantha.
interview like last year, so I'm surprised this got no follow up. She said that her and Tony Danza and Angela, Judith Light, there is a spinoff in the works where Tony is retired and him and Angela obviously got married. That's how the show ended, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
And
Retired from housekeeping.
Alyssa Milano, Samantha, gets divorced or loses her husband or something, and Tony comes to help raise her kids. And it's a
Like Full House?
So yeah, but it's a twist on like how he's a little old school. Like, hey, yo, Tony Danza old school. Meanwhile, Samantha is super woke.
Oh, so it's perfect.
And I was like, you know what? That's sort of I'll watch it because I like Tony Danza and I loved Who's the Boss, but I haven't heard one thing about it since she said it. So Scott, can you?
Oh wait.
So can you do a quick little Google and then I got stories and he's got stories, but
I'm done with my stories.
little
I
Who's
just
the
got
Bo-
some news alerts.
Who's the Boss spinoff? Like I heard it, but I never heard a follow up.
Let's see.
Ew. Oh wait.
Angela, no, Samantha,
Like-
your son is the non-binary.
During a recent interview,
Jonathan and his boyfriend probably. He'd probably, they'll probably be like he's, gay.
Tony,
Okay.
Dad, what's his grandson's name? We'll make up one. Like Ranson. He's
Rangoon.
he's gender neutral.
This is our son, Rangoon.
Hey, gender neutral.
Hey, get over here, buddy. Hey, my grandson. I'm your grandchild. Hey, but you're my grandson.
I'm your grandperson.
Oh, I mean, like, hey,
Stop identifying me.
oh, yeah, you're a boy. You're a boy. Hey, I don't care if you're a little foofy, but you're a boy.
Yeah, but
Why did you buy him a blue hat?
Just Samantha, because a boy.
Probably the whole show.
perfect for you.
Yeah.
So in an interview in January, she teased that a reboot's been in the works, but the pandemic kind of slowed it down. But no real details.
Yeah, but I mean, like, of all the reboots, of all the shows, we reference that fucking show all the time. And who didn't love Tony Danza and rest in peace, Mona? I'm sure they'll pay tribute to her. I don't know. I'm all for it. I'd watch her. I watched Fuller House for a while until I was like, all right, I'm over the nostalgia. I'm done. But listen, it's nice. It's nice. I can't argue things that are nice.
Yeah. I mean, Netflix has a ton of money. Throw some money at it.
Angela, Mona,
Jonathan.
I watched a clip recently. I don't know why it popped up on one of my social media feeds. It was the scene where Tony Danza. I don't want you to get flagged, so don't play it, I guess. But it was a scene, the legendary scene where Tony Danza
Vacuuming
opens
the curtains.
he opens the bathroom door and Angela's in the shower.
Yeah.
And they both have headphones on or something, so they don't. And she has the towel open. And he's like, Angela,
You got titties.
it's a classic moment in TV history. She's got like she's rich, Connecticut, right?
Yeah.
And it just shows the time because the bathroom, you see Tony's feet walking in. They have carpeting in their bathroom. How 80s.
Oh.
How 80s rich to have
Pee all over that carpet.
Oh.
Who was it that had carpeting? Was it Alyssa
this
Milano?
house. This house had carpeting in the bathroom before.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It's all like yellow and discolored.
There was, when we bought this house, there was carpet around the toilet. And Sarah and I are like, yo, what? Like, that's fucking.
How many times?
of it?
I was like, I think we got to rip it up.
You know how many times in the middle of the night I have to like wipe pee off the floor?
Yeah, how many times, like, all of a sudden.
Because like you're you're half asleep and
Well, sometimes you even jumpstart a
your
pee and you have a little dribble come out or
penis
something.
is
So it's like
you don't know what you're doing in the middle of the night. And
I'm with you, Spot. I hear you.
You see a little few drops and you just wipe it up and then you
Spot,
spray
I
with
hear
bleach in the
you
morning.
and I feel you.
Barf.
Spray with bleach in the morning. You get a little bleach spray, but I'm not doing that at night.
On a carpet, no less.
But
Gross.
Or you overshoot because you got a little stiffy in the morning.
I'm gonna shoot.
So it goes past. It never happens to you?
Mario Day.
Oh, you're so great. You have such
No, it
great
don't.
aim.
I said yes.
Him, I mean.
Me? I sit when I pee, so it's all good.
That's right. You take the
about the guy that does nighttime pee sits.
You want to know, because it's peaceful for me. You want to know the weakest part about it? I have a Toto toilet. So when you sit on a Toto toilet, you probably wouldn't notice. When you sit on a Toto, the fan turns on, like blows up your balls a little bit. Like, so Jordan basically knows that I'm sitting down every time because you could hear the fan go on. It's kind of annoying.
When you fart, the fan picks up.
You ever sit down after a little cardio, get a little fan on your fucking sweaty balls? after you do a little cardio, do a little.
It's pretty good. But that's why I do those things every once in a while, though, because it's late. I don't feel like turning the light on. You know,
I'm going to ask you one personal question.
And I don't want to miss.
I'm going to ask you one personal question that that doesn't need explanation, just an answer, and then I have stories, a lot of stories that we have to get to. So let's go. But the personal question is, not just with your current person, but in your life, are you okay letting someone go down on you if you have not like showered? I can't.
By the way, 4 o'clock departure now, which sucks because we have a dinner to go to tonight.
At 7. Thank God we booked a little earlier flight. Oh, jeez. That's a half-hour flight. We'll make it, but it's going to be. You know what we're going to have to do? Check in right to the restaurant.
What a shame.
But I'm happy you're finding out now than when we get to the airport,
Sorry,
right?
just got an alert.
That's what alerts are great. I love it.
All right.
Just trying to let everybody know that I'm on top of it.
Hell, if it gets any later, you could just drive there.
Damn it.
So go ahead. Thanks for telling me. Would you let somebody go down on you
in your life,
No.
not just with your current? I don't want to. I'm not putting you on the currents, but like if
probably I've evolved. Like I was.
No, but I'm just saying, like
I do it all the time.
But can you enjoy?
Yes.
Can you enjoy pleasure knowing that
I don't think so.
Yes.
Like if I just got back from playing softball with a gym or something, I would be like, no, let me take a shower. I wouldn't enjoy it because I would feel like gross or guilty or like
dip it over the sink.
You haven't lived until
clean
you
it
have
off.
post-yoga sex.
No, that's gross.
No, yeah, sex.
I'm with
No,
Rich.
well, hold on.
Yeah, but
You said sex.
you don't. But there's like stuff involved.
I'm sorry, what?
There's like there's stuff involved. There's like face near the area.
That we're calling it face near the area.
I don't know what you
face near the area.
I don't know what you want me to say. I don't know what I'm allowed to say anymore.
No, face near the area is
You've
great.
neutered me.
Face near the area. I feel like it's
Barf.
Yeah. I was gonna say that. I brought it up because of Covino's little ball fan.
I have no qualms about letting my dirty dick get sucked.
That's gross, bro.
Yeah.
Like
qualms.
vile on every level.
No qualms whatsoever.
I just checked every level.
Yeah. That's really gross.
All right. You know what? I have a story about my. I have a story about my mom. I have a story about family. I have a question.
Nasty.
I have 3 things that are necessary to get to. So let me cross off the other little things quick, just so I can get them off my mind and plate.
If Kristen doesn't mind, why should I mind?
What makes you think she doesn't?
You are vile.
Yeah, that's pretty vile.
I fully accept that description.
Oh,
stank.
Yeah.
Stank.
But I sent you some pictures.
You know what? It's getting sucked. I don't care.
Jeez,
you're gross.
Maybe I shouldn't have asked.
So all of a sudden, you ask a question about fellatio. And all of a sudden, I can't even talk about it.
And everything about it is gross.
Face near the area. That's your new phrase.
This is today's clip. Face near the area.
Face near the area. Hey, Spot, I sent you a ton of pictures. The last 5, go in reverse order if you don't mind. I texted you at the CNR show, 412, the letter CNR show. Just a couple quick notes and then story time on Covino and Rich.
You sent me
5. Number 5 is a TV. To CNR show, 412, the letter CNR show.
You just sent them?
I sent them at 9:58 this morning, right before the show.
Oh,
when I
okay.
said, Spot, incoming messages for today's show.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, I got it. Okay. Gotcha.
I saw this meme, and on a Throwback Thursday, I think it feels right.
Start with the first one.
The last one I sent you with the TV.
Got it.
And go backwards. Does this not fucking hit you hard on a Throwback Thursday?
Love it.
Nothing made you happier.
Nothing
made you happier than seeing this when you walked in a classroom as a kid, and it's that cart that carried the TV that was strapped with the VCR. Yo, that meant you were watching something, and you had like snooze time or break time.
I love how they thought that strap was going to keep that whole cart from tipping over.
What was the name of the department? That
AV department.
The AV department.
Someone go roll the TV down the hallway.
It was like it was like the wiener with the glasses.
The audio visual
room.
Operate
the fucking.
It was usually in the library, so you would have to interact with the librarian, and you say, "I'm here to pick up the TV for room 20."
The teacher was always a bumbling idiot, at least in my experience.
Oh, every teacher was
who didn't know how to get it going right.
It's like amazing. How did teachers not know how to operate it? And
that's why they had nerds like me to do it.
And the reality was, you were probably watching some corny shit like Slim Goodbody, like you said, or like I'm a Bill on the.
That's how we watched the Challenger.
Destinos.
Yeah.
In Spanish class. Destinos.
But you're absolutely right. That meant like you're watching like some weird movie that your teacher wanted to show you because it went with the lesson they were teaching. Or
do you remember that feeling where when the teacher turned the lights off, classrooms just got so much cooler because there was so much bright light that
it was
turn
a
off
great
the
feeling,
lights.
yeah.
TV, and you were at your desk, and you're like, "Am I gonna
feeling the nostalgia?
Am I gonna take a nap at school right now?" Remember that feeling? It was like cooler. The lights were out. The TV's on. You're at your desk, like you had your hands because your desk was like here. So you're like,
nothing was great. If you had a one of your classrooms was like had windows.
And you put your head. Remember doing this move?
Hey, you know the move was you put your book up.
If one of your classrooms had windows, it wasn't as great as the ones that were like inside the school.
Yeah.
That had zero windows. Once the lights went out, and it was just TV light. Get a cop of titty.
Remember the overhead projector with that clear paper, the clear shit they would write on. Anyway, I thought that was a good Throwback Thursday spot. Next slide. Someone passed away yesterday at the age.
We're gonna watch Lord of the Flies today, class.
Well, rest in peace. 92 years old. 92 years old. Mr. Entenmann himself. Charles Entenmann.
This man should be celebrated.
Who created the most delicious mass-produced pastries of all time. I don't care what you say. Yeah, you could go to your local bakery and get the good shit. But as far as boxed items, step aside Drake's and Hostess, Entenmann's on Long Island.
Rest in peace.
That was now distributed around the world.
Well, I think that's what aside from the tasty cake.
Yeah.
Charles
He was responsible for getting them into supermarkets nationwide.
Yeah, he comes from a family of bakers, and he was the generation. He was the generation that took Entenmann's crumb cake, those chocolate chip cookies, the donuts, the as you said. What was your favorite? The Danish? Didn't you have a favorite, right? What is it?
French cheesecake.
French
with
cheesecake.
The cherry on in the middle.
Oh, dude, everything that this man made, the best boxed cakes.
Yeah.
So
can't downplay it. It's really that dope.
It's so East Coast of me, but every time I go back to the East Coast or someone from the East Coast visits me, it sounds silly, but they know to bring me an Entenmann's crumb cake.
Yeah, Jordan made us last time she came to Jersey.
I wonder
she's due for a visit, but I believe my parents went out and bought her because she specifically was like, "Oh my God, you sell the actual cakes because you can get them like wrapped, but you're not getting the fresh cake."
Yeah, you're not getting the you could get the individual mini crumb cakes, but they're just not quite as good as the.
She likes the actual.
By the way,
golden cake with the chocolate icing.
Oh, that is so good. Yeah, it's might be golden. Yeah.
He was also known for being a great philanthropist, and his son said he didn't want to be recognized for that, but he was very charitable, into healthcare products. Helping people. I don't know if he's survived by his 2 children, 7 grandchildren, and a plethora of great grandchildren.
Imagine.
I wonder who's taking over the business.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's the Entenmann's French cheesecake.
And by the
cherry
way,
in the middle. Remember?
And by the way, he didn't have a sweet tooth. Did you know that?
Wow.
Didn't have a sweet tooth.
But there was rest in peace, by the way, Charles Entenmann.
I respect that.
My grandfather. Every weekend we would go.
Oh, Richard's your grandfather.
You know, Westbury, Long Island. Covino, you probably remember for Westbury Music Hall. You probably hosted some K-Rock events at the Westbury Music Hall.
A big fair?
Westbury Music Fair. Yeah, that's the Westbury Music right there. There was a Entenmann's outlet where if a cake was 1 day too old, they marked them down and they were all $1. My grandfather used to house probably a crumb cake and a pot of coffee a day.
Oh, I'm gonna scarf it down.
Oh,
Scarf. Well, I said scarf.
So my love of coffee and crumb cake. Thank you, Charles Entenmann.
I've had one recipe for a crumb cake that comes close to that.
And Spot, yours are so good because it was close.
Because it was close.
Spot makes a great crumb cake.
I gotta, as much as I love Entenmann's coffee cake, crumb cake, those little individual Drake's ones.
They're pretty good. It's a different style, though.
Different
They're too
style.
dry.
Agreed.
They're too dry.
From the candy machine, like my dad would have those.
Oh, they're
all
pretty
the time.
good.
They're pretty
Drake's
good.
coffee cake?
I like Drake's coffee.
Oh, Eric B.
Entenmann's the best, no
Eric
doubt.
B. just threw this out there, and I agree with him because I did this with every Entenmann's box. He goes, you start cutting that Danisher cake, and you leave the knife in the box.
Has the box.
You're scared that you're gonna throw that away though.
Yeah, you leave the knife in the box, and then at the end, that little metal tin, you take all the crumbs that are left over, and you're like, oh,
so good. It really is.
Well, rest in peace, Charles Entenmann.
By the way, that's how you knew the party was over too.
Someone broke out the Entenmann's.
Yeah.
Even Sebastian Maniscalco shouts out.
I think he does, right?
Entenmann's. Break out the cake.
The
Sanka.
Now, the next picture I sent you, Spot.
I love this little show and tell.
Is
this real?
I saw this guy at the gym.
Hold on.
And I want you to know.
Is this?
Wait.
No.
I want you to tell me if you think this is a joke. Is this guy lame? Do you admire his gusto, or is he a celebrity I don't know?
He's got to be an impersonator. No, he's an impersonator. And of guess who?
Look at this guy I saw at the gym.
He's a celebrity impersonator. Covino's going to know.
Don't say Lenny Kravitz.
Yes. He's got to be.
Look at this guy I saw at the gym yesterday.
He's got to be a celebrity impersonator, right?
He's wearing.
No idea.
He's wearing like Brett the Hitman Hart sunglasses with spiky hair, tattoos all over.
Looks like Lenny Kravitz.
And he's wearing like spandex pants. And this guy, I've seen him before.
He's too beefy to be Lenny
struts
Kravitz.
around. He struts around the gym, and I'm like, yo, is this guy a joke? Does he think he's cool? Is he an impersonator? Is he lame? I so badly want to be like, what is your deal? I see this guy, and I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Fake it till you make it.
If you're in the background, who took this photo?
That's funny, Spot.
Look at that guy. He looks like he's like from a time warp.
Is this guy?
That guy behind him looks like he's from 1982.
Right?
Is he wearing tube socks, that kid?
Who is that? I saw this guy.
There's
like,
so
who
much going
is
on
he?
in that photo.
I know. My thought was like, honestly, is this guy real?
He looks like Lenny Kravitz.
Some people feel themselves on a whole different level.
Feels
man.
himself on a level where I'm like, there's no way on earth. Someone hit me up yesterday. Who was it? My buddy Matt. Because I sent him, my buddy Matt. I had to send this to him. He goes, "Yo, Lenny Kravitz impersonator." So he felt the same as you. And I'm
into those lats.
Oh, I sent this to someone else, and they said,
wherever he is, he's letting it be known that you should know.
I can't imagine showing up to the gym or something like that.
I feel like that mindset is like, I don't care if you know me. I know me. You know, it's like, and you should know me.
I said it to Doug. What did Doug say?
Maybe he's hoping to get discovered.
He definitely wants people to know him.
Like Covino.
Oh, our buddy Doug said it looks like Dennis Rodman fucked Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah, he's a beefy guy.
Yeah.
So if you're not watching,
on
it's
tier
just
2.
a picture of a ripped black dude who looks like who's wearing like rock star sunglasses at the gym.
I'm not walking around. Raul said, what are you, just walking around taking pictures of people? No, Raul, but when you're at the gym and you see this guy enough, like you're trying to tell me that guy's not. That's like when you're in New York City. If you see some guy with a bird on his head in the subway, you're going to try to sneak a picture and be like, yo, dude, there's a guy with a bird on his head.
I really want to buy those.
You
know the Ray-Ban sunglasses?
I got a 24-hour fitness, by the way.
The Ray-Ban sunglasses that have the camera built in. I really want to buy those and just like be at the gym like snapping booties.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Booties.
I noticed that when you go to the gym and you see booties, it's so hard. It's so hard.
Show them to you.
Oh,
it's not a. Okay. Yeah, it's not a.
I'm not like a weird guy that sits at home and jerks off to other booties.
No, that makes sense. It was a good
I
answer.
agree with Spot saying. A lot of times you take a picture to show your buddy, but when I see booties at the gym, it's so hard for me to like. I don't know how every guy. I try to subtly look, but like some people are so in their lane. You know how we used to pass like a hot butt? Spot I think has changed, but we used to pass like a hot ass in New York City. I'll be like, yo, did you see that? And Spot's like, what? What?
No, I'm still in my zone.
Really?
But I still appreciate, like at the gym, if it's in my purview, I'm all about it.
Yeah, Spot was, but you used to be the guy that would miss every nice ass that walked by.
You used to miss every ass.
You've changed a lot.
Yeah, you've changed, Spot.
I'm hopped up.
That was one of my first
testosterone.
observations. I'm like, what's up with this guy?
Yeah, that's what I mean, Spot, for all the changes, good and bad, you've made over your life. That's probably your coolest change. You now recognize like a good ass. They would be like jiggling
ass, titties, ass and titties. Ass, titties, titties, ass and titties. Big booty bitches.
That's all I know.
DJ Assault, bro. DJ Assault.
No, Covino and I would be walking down like 8th Avenue.
Well, that's
and
because
there'd be
I'm in my own world.
there'd be like jiggling jugs coming our way. And I'd be like, yo, come over.
Jiggling
And-
jugs.
Fun bags.
Yeah, and then Spot would be like, what? I didn't see anything.
You know who? Sophia Beverly awoke something in me.
Maybe so. Well, you know, God bless her then.
Ass and titties. Ass, titties, titties, ass and titties. Ass, titties, ass and titties. Ass, titties, titties, ass and titties. Big booty bitches that's wearing gets.
Very good. Was it?
Let's go to the easy rest when I see ass.
DJ Assault's great.
Right.
I like, what is it? Your mom?
Your relatives.
Yeah, was it your
Your
mother?
mama, your daddy, your sister's a hoe.
Yo,
Ho,
mama.
ho, 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 ho. All right. One more little note, and then I get to my 3 hard-hitting stories of the day. Covino and I agree.
What's ass is jiggling?
Covino and I agree that this made me laugh my ass off. I'm surprised I have a booty still. I laugh my ass at this so much. Please tell me you sent Spot the Mad Dog Russo clip. Or did you just send it to me?
I just sent it to you.
Oh, okay. I'll find it then. What is this one, Spot?
Ass is jiggling.
Just picture it.
Just picture ass is jiggling. Picture. Close your eyes.
Every night, I like to let them hoes fight at the club. Saying, bitch, I wanna fuck. I'm a Mac. I like to everywhere I go. I see the
That's what that
same
guy at the
hoes
gym's
shaking
listening
that
to.
thing. Trick, bitch, let me bang. You wanna fuck? Got to fuck. That's what I'm figuring when I see asses wiggling and
Enough.
titties jiggling. Ass is wiggling and titties jiggling. Ass is wiggling and titties jiggling. I see asses wiggling and titties jiggling. I see asses wiggling and titties jiggling. Cause I see asses wiggling and titties jiggling.
Oh, man. That's my
And this guy,
How is that? How is that not a popular song?
I like that.
well, it is now.
See, ass is wiggling.
Guy's a
and-
poet. DJ Assault.
And let's not forget this, my favorite.
Daddy, your sister's a hoe. Your mama, your daddy, your sister's a hoe. Your mama, your daddy.
I like when it kicks in.
Your mama,
Ready?
your daddy, your sister's a hoe. Your mama, your daddy, your sister's a hoe. Your mama, your daddy, your sister's a hoe. Ho, 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 ho.
He brings the hose.
Spot, I just sent something. I sent something to Covino and Rich, 412, the letter C in our show. You could always send us stuff.
Just got to work out.
It is a Twitter link, Spot, that Covino sent me, and I laughed at this more than I would like to admit. I laughed at this for a good... I watched it probably 5 times. I made my wife watch it. I was like, yo, you got to see this. Mad Dog Russo from SiriusXM.
That guy. I can already tell he's going to be yelling.
We grew up listening to.
Yeah.
I mean, such a legend that he has his own 30 for 30 documentary on ESPN. Broadcasting legend, WFAN New York, just an
Host of High Heat.
host of High Heat.
And now,
MLB.
now a regular on Stephen A. Smith's First Take. Like Stephen A., when Max Kellerman left the show,
They had some beef, him and Max.
him and Max had some beef. It was less beef, more that Stephen A. is the top dog, and he's like, yo, Max and I have peaked. He said he had
a lot of beef, though, too.
He said he had no beef with Max other than they peaked, and he thought the show couldn't grow if it was still him and Max. So Michael Irvin's in the picture, and every week, every Wednesday, I believe, from what I understand, every Wednesday's Mad Dog Russo Day. And so Mad Dog Russo, Christopher Russo from Mad Dog Radio on SiriusXM, Mike and the Mad Dog back in the day.
He's such an original, man.
I said to Covino, Spot, I don't know what it is. Maybe because he had millions in money and didn't care. But how did it take this long for Mad Dog Russo and his weird, over-the-top, flamboyant, yet funny, zany antics?
Guy.
How did it take this long for someone to realize, yo, he's fucking gold?
The thing is, it's not an act. It's not. If you've grown up listening to the guy and knowing what he's about, something so zany about
Spot,
him.
you know Mad Dog just from the hallways of SXM back in the day.
I've heard his rants constantly.
But you don't think it's wild to think that he's probably the #1 sports radio guy in the last 50 years. He sort of revolutionized how sports radio changed. Yet, he was on MLB Network and stuff like that. But you don't think it's crazy that it took until now for someone to say, yo, put him on like a popular debate show?
Yeah, they didn't showcase him.
Do you think it was like he was like, I don't need the money. Mad Dog Russo. I don't need it. I don't need to do it.
Might have been it. You know, I don't know all the details, but when he went from terrestrial radio.
Excuse my French. Timmy, turn the radio off. Balls!
He went from terrestrial radio to Sirius. He was making like $6 million a year, I think.
So when you're making millions and millions like
Just
Mad
from
Dog,
that.
maybe his whole thought was like, I don't need to do weekly spots on ESPN or Fox or NBC. Maybe he's like, yo, they're paying me millions to do my radio show. That's it. And he's like, I don't need it.
Who knows?
And then maybe MLB was like, you love baseball. You're such a baseball guy. But now, watching Mad Dog Russo.
Do you guys miss getting smacked in the ass by Mad Dog Russo?
He's a great ass
He had
smacker.
a great relationship with Mad Dog.
I really always appreciated
He had a nice
him.
respect for us, and we thought he was awesome.
It was weird because it was always at the. Oh, didn't he pull his pants down around his ankles when he would pee at the urinal?
A little, maybe not the ankles, but a little lower than
But as
usual.
zany as he was, hey, we're gonna be doing right. He would have those serious moments, and he'd, point his finger.
Yo,
like,
you guys are good. You guys are good. You guys are good.
Guys are good.
But Mad Dog Russo is someone
going on. Yeah.
I respect the shit out of this guy.
Oh yeah,
and I do. It's just I'm amazed it took people this long to realize. Oh, you know what? On TV with just his zany weirdness.
You ever hear him on Howard Stern? It's freaking gold.
Yeah. Well,
'cause he's such a maniac.
He's so unique. Spot. Just please watch this one clip where he's having a hard time with the chair wheels.
Shut up.
Keep in mind, he's about our parents' age, I think. At
Yeah,
this point,
no,
right?
he's in his 60s
Yeah,
and he's a
so
legend. But
so funny.
he's trying to have a heated, loud debate with Stephen A. Smith, but he keeps rolling off his chair.
I can't wait to see this.
It's so funny.
You are making it. Whoops, I'm full of the chair. You're making.
Wait, let me help you. I'm in.
No, I get on the chair.
You're
You're
okay?
driving me crazy here that Rogers, he doesn't deserve any blame. What's the matter with the chair?
Give me that pad.
Oh, my God. You're telling me that Rogers does not deserve any blame? That's ridiculous.
I didn't say he doesn't.
You are making it. Whoops, I'm full of the chair.
Wait, let me help you. I'm in.
No, I get on the chair.
You're
You're
okay?
driving me crazy here that Rogers, he doesn't deserve any blame. What's the matter with the chair?
It's so funny to see what we've grown up listening to all those years, on a big stage.
What's the matter with
With another hothead, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh man.
So and they go
the
at
two of
it.
them together.
And it was great to see, and it's been great to see Mad Dog, who we know, we grew up listening to.
He's fucking great.
On this show with Stephen A. Smith.
And here's my takeaway spot, which is where I get angry, but at the same time, sometimes you don't need to. You know when you see something you want to respond to, but you're like, oh, other people have already handled it. I don't need to.
Oh, I responded.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to.
This post had a ton of views and hits right away, Spot, right? And everyone was calling. Oh, Covino responded.
Yeah, he
Don't
did.
read it yet. Don't read it. Before
sorry.
I. Mad Dog Russo.
And yet, no, like these comments.
There were people that were fools that were like, who's this Skip Bayless wannabe? Who's this bootleg Skip Bayless?
There was too many of that.
There was too many of those. And I'm thinking to myself,
a lot of disrespect.
How, if you're a sports guy or watch First Take, how on planet Earth do you not know the legacy? Yeah, look at Sal Licata, who he worked with at SNY, Spot. Skip Bayless is a pimple on Mad Dog's fanny.
It's true.
That's how I feel.
Yo, that's the best comment. That really is. That is a great comment. Yeah, Skip Bayless, you know him from the original First Take and his show with Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Skip.
I'm sorry. Mad
Skip
Dog
and
Russo
Shannon.
is
Listen.
leaps and bounds more of a
And it's
broadcasting legend than Skip Bayless.
It's so funny. It's back and forth. It's like one for one. It's like somebody says like, "Who is this guy? Skip Bayless wannabe," and then someone's like, "Mad Dog is a legend."
But Spot, it's just, you know what it's like? It's a silly comparison, but it's like when Kanye West and Rihanna welcomed Paul McCartney for a song, and there were morons that are like, "Who's the old guy with Kanye?" And it's like, you moron.
I feel like they were trolling, but still, it's a
Yeah,
great
no, they were
example.
trolling, but this to me is for people. A Spot, what is that comment? I don't mean, I just saw it was a long one from that guy, Frankie. For those people calling Mad Dog a Walmart version of Skip Bayless, better do their homework. Yeah, I saw at least enough people saying.
He's a sports talk legend. He's been doing it since the mid 80s.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, there would be no First Take in sports radio because they all take his style and run with it.
Exactly.
So Mad Dog Radio Mad Dog Russo and Francesa, Mike and the Mad Dog, invented a style of like friendly, arguing, combative debate radio.
They started
it.
That's such a great point.
So when
too.
you see
they
Skip,
started that.
That's like a shock jock. That's like Howard Stern. not being credited as being the original shock jock.
Look, I think whoever this guy is was strictly designed to make viral videos. He's all over the timeline, but I haven't bothered to learn his name.
Yeah, what did I write, Spy? Honestly,
What did Covino write?
Because
you wrote your own thing. Mad Dog is a broadcasting legend. Anyone saying different is an uninformed bozo.
With the clown
emoji.
The clown emoji.
Yeah.
And then someone responded like, yeah, that's why nobody knows him. Right?
Since you're such a big ESPN fan, watch his 30 for 30 and then comment.
His 30 for 30.
Oh, snap.
Watch his 30 for 30.
You capitalize his like it's, Jesus.
Let me tell you this. Stephen A. Smith don't have his 30 for 30. Like, these people are uninformed idiots.
I mean, if you don't know, if you're a sports fan and don't know who Mad Dog Russo is, and it has nothing to do with New York as much as just every radio show in America.
It has something to do with it.
Copied him.
It has something to do with it, though, because he was more of a New York
He was a New York guy.
We acknowledge that.
I mean, Jesus.
But still, he's the guy. Like, he's the dude. And there's something so original. For anyone thinking that he's pretending to be someone else or they casted him to be a Skip Bayless, get the fuck out of here.
Skip Bayless is a bootleg Mad Dog Russo.
What a royal
This
idiot.
happened...
This happened apparently with it happened with Post Malone and Ozzy Osbourne too, where someone's like, "Who's the old guy? Why is Post Malone giving this old guy a chance?" It's like, you mean Ozzy Osbourne?
This is a horrible comparison, but this happened recently with LCD Sound System because they were performing on SNL as the musical guest like 2 weeks ago. I don't know why. But a lot of young people were like, "Who's this band? They're horrible. Oh my God, this is the worst." And they did like a couple of their hits because they don't have any new stuff out, but people just didn't know who they were because it's a different generation.
Someone brought up a great point on one of those comments.
Shut your mouth.
Now,
then shut up.
Now, here's the thing.
You don't know because you're dumb.
Do a little research. Even if you don't know him because you didn't grow up on the East Coast or you're unaware of his legacy, to comment without at least Googling the guy is wild to me.
You're an uninformed bozo, like I said. Shut up.
The craziest part is when you think about the layers of clout in the sports entertainment world. Listen, Stephen A's top dog now as far as makes what, $15 million a year?
It's his show.
But
so
keep
he's
in
sitting
mind,
there like a king.
But keep in mind, Stephen A. Smith at one point within the last 5 years had a show on Mad Dog's channel.
Oh my God. Yeah. Case closed.
I mean,
I forgot about that.
Here's another comment. They trained this guy by making him watch prior seasons of Skip. Like, really? Mad Dog needed training.
The disrespect and the misinformation and the stupidity. This is just an example.
Skip Bayless.
This is an example of the problem in our society, in our world. It's like these idiots who just don't know a goddamn thing.
And from
with
what
their stupid opinions out there all the time.
And from what I understand, Mad Dog has helped them get their best ratings in years on his days.
You know why? Because it's not an act. That's who the guy is. You know, and it's funny to see on this show, and I love it, and everybody respects it because they know. But there's a lot of people who are just talking smack about it, and they're just idiots.
Yeah, who's this guy?
I didn't have the patience for it because there, you come across originals like that, so few and far between in your life, and that's why I admire my buddy Sean the lawyer, our buddy Sean the lawyer, so much. It's not an act. Some people are just different.
Yeah.
And our buddy Sean is built different.
Some people are just peculiar.
Yeah, like, hey. But genuine and nice. Same thing with Mad Dog. He's just an original. And it infuriated me. It infuriated me to see the comments.
It made me mad. Covino and I talked about it yesterday. I said, I don't know why I'm defending a guy. It's always been nice to me, but I owe Mad Dog nothing. But in my mind, I wanted to defend him because I'm like, these people.
Because him saying, good afternoon, everybody. It's part of our come up. And just the ignorance of people. And then, like, they're proud of it. Yeah. And they couldn't be more wrong. It's infuriating.
So Mad Dog Russo falling off a chair. Spot one more time. Mad Dog, as the post said, chair 1, Mad Dog 0.
That's funny.
Oh wait, hang on.
I mean, it really is. It really is remarkable.
Hang on.
There's a lot of people that spent their whole childhood listening to Stern in the morning, Mike and the Mad Dog in the afternoon. If you grew up on the East Coast.
Rocket Dog says, I'm not excusing not knowing who he is, but I can understand where a younger generation wouldn't know the history behind him. Then shut your pie hole. That's all.
Shut your pie hole.
Then who are you to comment?
Yeah, it's not a matter of not knowing. It's a matter of commenting when you don't know.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Make Get it. Whoops, I'm falling on the chair.
Wait,
You're making.
wait. Let me help you.
No, I get on the chair.
You're
You're driving me crazy here that Rogers, he doesn't deserve any blame. What's the matter with the chair?
So I love how Molly's like, I'll help you. He's like, I got it.
I can totally see how a young kid could be like, who is this clown?
I love him.
I get that. I totally understand that. But shut your face, with your comments. Again, it's just a typical example of what you see all the time on social media.
You mentioned are the producers, executive producers on the phone.
Oh, Jim Ramsey?
Yep.
Jim Ramsey. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jim from the Charlotte office checking in.
What's up, man?
I want to weigh in on the Christopher. Hey, buds. I want to weigh in on Christopher Russo because 40 years ago, I broadcast college basketball games with him. So if anybody would have some perspective on whether he's changed or not, I can help out.
I can imagine he's always been a zany, hilariously off-the-wall type of guy.
You should have seen or heard him when he was 21 years old. We called him Bing Bing because his mind would ricochet around so fast.
Bang, bang, bang. I can only imagine. That's what he's like at 60-something.
Yeah, that's an incredible sort of thought. Imagine how he was when he was that young.
Yeah.
Pretty
wild.
He's always been that high energy, infectious laugh, super nice guy in person with an amazing memory, but he's always been that way. So he's not copying nobody, and I can tell you that from 40 years ago.
That's what makes it so aggravating.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, man.
Now,
that's really cool.
To wrap that whole thought, if you don't know enough about Mad Dog Russo, it's worth watching. It's like an hour long. The Mike and the Mad Dog, 30 for 30. Even if you're a fan of radio, right? If you're a fan of just radio in general, talk radio, just to watch the story of how sports radio transformed because of that guy. It's on ESPN. Check it out. All right. Where do we want to start? A mom update, a family question, or a question about game and style?
Game and style.
All right. Spot,
Game what?
I sent you a video.
Game and style.
You don't have to play it yet.
Fedoras and boas.
No, game and style.
Oh.
So next week, I'm going to a wedding, like I've mentioned many times. Going to Atlanta. Our friend Janate tying the knot. Excited. Get to see my old school friends.
Do you know why they call it tie the knot?
Because the guy could tie his penis in a knot because he'll never use it again.
That's it.
Yeah, I think so. Right? Once you get married, it's over. Positive people like that. So it didn't dawn on me until a few days ago.
Leave Covino's sister out of this.
It didn't dawn on me until a few days ago where I'm like, you know what? I really haven't gained any weight. I haven't lost any weight. I feel like I'm the same, but I haven't wore a suit in years. We forget that right now, March 10th, we are approaching we're a day or so away from the 2-year anniversary of us being sent home for a 2-week, let's stop the
2 weeks to slow the spread.
Slow the spread. So I know for a fact, Covino, I haven't wore a suit in 2 years because I haven't gone anywhere official in 2 years.
Okay.
And then I'm like, well, before that, where did I go in 2019? I've not wore a suit since easily 2019. It's 3 years ago. I mean, I don't think I look much different as far as body size. So I'm like,
that's always
it's
the
tricky
case, though.
Yeah,
When you
I
put the
feel that
suit
way.
on,
I'm
you're like, oh, snap.
Yeah.
It's like I think I weigh the same as I did like 3 months ago.
So
sneaks up on you.
Sneaks up on you.
I said, you know what?
Thanks back.
I got to go not only find my suit, but I got to try it on. And Covino goes, what do you mean find your suit? Where would it be? I go, dude, I moved. And you know when you move, sometimes important things, you're like,
you don't lose a suit.
But you can take a stack of clothes on hangers,
your
put
hoodie,
it somewhere.
I get it.
No, I'm just saying
you don't lose a suit.
I know.
If you lost your sweatshirt, I get
Is
that.
like a pair of underwear? Maybe.
Yeah.
Your suit?
Suit?
All right, well,
I didn't get
lucky
that.
for you, I found my suit.
No, lucky for you.
I know. Lucky for me.
I
found my suit.
For you.
Me. I found my suit and I tried it on. Spot, I gave you a little video just
Swoot suit, right?
of me trying it on.
Swoot suit, right?
And I just had a couple questions about
What you got over there?
the suit game. Oh, he's looking at his Mark Grace 1990
Nah,
card.
man, I'm still intrigued by Louis Polonia. I don't know how the
follow through.
I don't know how the Athletics let him go.
Look at that walk. Look at that stirrup game.
And then he went to the Braves, and then I think he went back to the Yankees again.
He's hyperextending his right leg.
Louis Polonia is a great slap hitter, bro.
Look at that. He's hyperextending.
Slap hitter, bro. And I'm not talking with the ladies. Talking to baseball.
You know what Covino would have hated, Spot?
Talking
Being a
about his
baseball
dick.
player, knowing
Slap
that he
hitter.
doesn't get to choose what pose. Like Covino's like, oh, they got my bedside.
You
don't even have to approve it.
I'm waiting to hear.
No.
I'm excited about this
your
suit story.
So no, I sent Spot a little video of me trying on my suit, and then I said, Covino, you got a picture of the suit you wore to Jordan's sister's wedding? Because I could promise you that's the only time Covino's wore a suit in the last 3 years either.
Trying on a suit.
Fast, right?
Oh shit! You should go with those shoes. Yeah, that fits.
Yeah.
Is that your hosting suit?
It's my hosting suit. It's like a slimmer fit, but not too snug. But
If anything,
I feel like get some socks.
Yeah,
well, I'm trying. Yeah,
I think it fits better than when you. It almost looks like it's a little bit looser than when you hosted.
Yeah, when I wore it to a Vegas hosting event, it might have been a little more snug. But here's my question.
That's good.
I said
Snug as a pug and a nug on a rug?
Yeah,
No.
I said to Sarah.
No.
I said to Sarah because I said, and she's like, I had. Did you guys see that meme recently where it's like, here's something you can't say and it comes out nice? Like you can't say the phrase, I wasn't talking to you in a polite way, no matter what. Try to say it like the nicest way.
I don't want to pull a Dickie Davis, but have you seen the guy that does this on TikTok? Where he's like, yeah, nah, that's not going to work for you. And excuse me? No, I'm on the phone. I wasn't talking to you. You haven't seen that guy?
No. I've seen that.
He's
Yeah,
all
I love that guy.
like some like a woman could be looking at like a health book. Like, nah, that shit ain't gonna work for you. Excuse me? No, I'm on the phone.
I get the point. That's
I
funny.
wasn't talking to you. So his whole thing is I wasn't talking to you.
It's like a guy.
But you can't say you can't say the phrase.
Yeah.
You can't say the phrase.
It's all fake, by the way.
I wasn't talking to you.
I wasn't talking to you.
In a nice way.
I wasn't talking to you.
I wasn't talking to you.
Maybe if you had an O, like, oh, I wasn't talking to you. No, because it still sounds passive now.
Here's Steve.
So there's Steve in his suit. Scroll up, I want to see the legs of the suit. Yeah, that's a fine suit. If it was buttoned, I'd be able to see the fit more.
Try and look past Jordan. You know what? Let me get the distraction out of the way. Hang on. Because who doesn't want to look at Jordan?
All right, now I can focus. Sorry.
Yeah, I can focus.
Yeah, it's a fine looking suit.
Yeah,
if it's buttoned, I'd be able to see the fit more. You know what I'm saying? Because when you button it, you get to see how it fits a little better.
I don't like that picture because her flowers are blocking my bulge. Those are bulging hands.
Oh, I thought you put flowers on your bulge.
Yeah.
No? I'm sorry.
I thought the flowers were your bulge.
Yeah. No, the jacket fits me fine.
Still fits, right?
Look at the two of you. Look at these two handsome men.
Oh, so my thought is this, Spot. My thought was not to show off my suit and be like, yo, Covino, send me a handsome suit picture. We are...
Why not?
Homo sapiens?
Correct.
We are men. We are men.
Attica.
Kill the white man.
Kill Whitey. Kill Whitey.
Now, Spot, I feel like, as Covino said to me, we had a clandestine conversation. And he's like, well, Spot could wear some Mumford and Son shit and look good. Because you got the beard and you're more like you're more of like a hippie type of dude.
I'm also very burly and I'm barrel chested, so I can't get away with certain
Rich
things.
made reference to the question became, what kind of suit would you get?
Well,
right?
I'm getting there.
Yeah, but he suggested that Spot.
Our styles are not the same. Yeah.
Like a capri pants sort of suit. I'm like, Spot dresses like Mumford and Son.
Well, my point was this.
What am I dressing like?
My point was this.
You've seen me go out.
Or suspenders
Stand
and
by.
bow ties and things like that.
Stand by. My point was this.
I don't want a bow tie in years.
There are things that are, quote, indicators, right? Now, what are indicators? Indicators to your age and relevance. One of them,
people that live in Illinois.
For women, Sarah agreed with me on this, and a couple of my female friends agreed. Makeup. You could tell how old a woman is by how good a lot of younger women are better with makeup. They just, tutorials, contouring, different things. Older women, from what I've talked to the girls I know, women that are like 40-ish are like, man, 20-something-year-old girls have so many better makeup tricks that we didn't learn when we were younger.
Wow.
Younger women, makeup. And I said, you know what another indicator is?
Makes sense. I would have never known that.
Look up a 20-something-year-old girl and her picture.
Okay.
A picture of her would likely have some type of blingy or patterned cell phone case. I was like, what would be the indicator? Like if you were playing guessing games, like, yo, how old is that girl? I feel like her makeup, her cell phone case. There's the indicators, right? For a guy, look at his jeans, right? Look at a guy. Look at his haircut.
Dude's wearing silver tabs from 1994.
If you have a fade and a Covino or Rich type of haircut, where it's sort of just up in the front to the side with like a fade, you know what that is? That's a 40-year-old guy haircut. If you're 20-something, if you're 20-something, you got flop head.
Mexicans don't have flop head.
Every young kid's got the flop head.
Oh, sorry, what?
Oh, were you just looking up random hot 20-year-olds? Sorry, Spot.
That was Sophia Beverly.
So,
Jesus.
My point is there's indicators as to how old or young you are. For a guy, jeans. For women, maybe her bag or her cell phone case or the way she does her makeup, right? There's different indicators. And I said, you know what? An interesting one for guys, their suit. Because if you're 50, 60 or older, like if you're like our parents' age, guys are probably going to be wearing a baggier suit that maybe they haven't got an updated one, like an older, baggier type of suit.
Did you see Robert Pattinson recently promoting the Batman?
No.
He came out and people were like, yo, did he just come back from like the 1994 NBA draft? Because it was like an oversized, shoulders all squared out.
Maybe that's
shoulder pads.
They're trying to bring it back.
But really big, oversized suit. It looked like he was just drafted by the
maybe they're
Chicago Bulls.
Maybe they're trying to bring it back.
You'll see it.
We have 2 more updates on our flight, by the way.
I know.
No,
more?
Now it's back.
I know, 3:29.
It went to 4:30. Now it's back to 3:29. We might need to get there on regular time just in case. Anyway, suits.
Is it this one?
No, it's not. But he came out and those oversized NBA draft early 90s suits.
So my point is to dress age appropriate, but don't not update yourself if you need to update yourself. I was asking Sarah, what type of suit would you want me to wear? Would you want me to fucking dress like Shane on the Love Is Blind reunion where he's showing fucking man ankle and his legs exposed with no socks?
Yeah.
She's like, you could try that. Why are you scared to try something like that if you want it? I'm like, I just think that's a 20, 30-year-old man's game. I can't.
Not only that, I think you have Popeye calves. So,
I don't know if that would
it's
look
not a
right.
right look for everybody. I mean, you might.
Like
if
the no sock loafer type of look?
I don't know.
Now you're just Google imaging Robert Pattinson.
I think that's his style, though. All his suits are oversized.
I think he was wearing a suit and tie.
I think he has girly shoulders. I think that's why.
It was a suit and tie.
All his suits.
He was swimming in it.
It's like you're wearing your dad's suit.
The suit's wearing him.
Yeah.
So my point is simple. There's indicators as to your age and what's age appropriate for you. I said, Sarah, you know what would look funny on me? An oversized baggy old guy suit, but you would know it also would look funny on me?
A clown suit.
A clown suit probably, Spot. But I said, you know what also would look funny on me? If I was wearing some out of a fashion blog.
I picture you in more of like
what do you picture?
A light blue powdered tux with ruffles and a top hat.
I picture you in the matching orange one. I feel like that suit. I feel like Spot. I feel like the suit that I showed you in the little video when I tried my suit. I feel like that's appropriate for me. It's a slimmer fit suit. But like that.
This.
You think I could pull that off? You think I could wear a turtleneck?
Yeah,
and
you
no
should.
socks.
Like I follow like certain like man blogs
blogs.
like how men dress.
Man blogs.
Because it's good to stay on top of these things.
I get it.
I think you find a compromise. I don't like the no sock showing your ankle look. I think it looks.
I think it's like
foofy looking.
No,
so
it's a good style.
I find a compromise where the pants in that suit that I was rocking
here.
they're a very slim fit pant.
Yeah, that's sort of like the slim fit of pant
honestly,
I have.
That's how my pants kind of fit, Spot, because
look at the bulge on this guy.
My pants
and
it shows a lot of they're
classic suit.
I don't want to say they're high waters, but they're more on the high water side than too long.
You want it to be a little bit tight in the thigh. And
you want a snug thigh, no pleats, obviously. But I'm saying, I think the ankle. Yeah.
And
you don't want ankle.
You want the cuff to rest on your shoe when you are standing there.
Oh,
still.
you can't have baggy cuff of your pant leg.
The
now.
cuff is supposed to just rest.
Tapered,
on the. Oh, it's supposed to just rest on the top of the shoe.
Agree. That's how mine fit. Because I just bought. You guys remember? I got 2 suits for the wheel of a steal of a deal of $280.
I know.
$280 for 2 suits. Alfani.
So my point is,
you should get those because it says Alf in it.
I know, that's why I want it. But no, if you need a new suit like Covino did a while back, I do feel as though if you're roughly 40-ish, like all the guys in this room are, you don't want to look like the old guy with a shitty old baggy suit. But I don't know, unless you could pull off the style. I feel like I would look funny if I showed up to my friend's wedding with a turtleneck, showing man leg, no socks, and like loafers. They'd be like, "Really, Rich?
I can't do that.
What do you like?
I'm a sock guy. You guys know this about me. I can't not wear socks.
So just a reminder to appropriately dress for your age in the stylish way. There's in style for every age. I just say, be in style for your age. Essentially,
there's a compromise. Yeah,
there's a good compromise.
You don't want to wear a suit like a 20-something-year-old. And you don't want to wear the suit of a 60-something.
You can still wear socks, but I think your suit should be a little bit more fitted.
Can you please? Yes,
but you have to
acknowledge it needs to be fitted.
But you have to, and I mean in the thigh too. Like
yes.
the thigh needs to hug. But you have to acknowledge that look is going to be timely. So it's not going to be a forever suit. So don't invest don't invest a lot in a tight suit. But if it's good for right now,
Spot. I feel like I could get another few wears out of the suit because for a middle-aged guy, like I said, roughly 40, I think you could wear a slim fit, straight leg type of suit and it looks good. Soon enough, though, I feel as though...
I think those are fine.
I think soon enough...
I think your jacket might be a little big.
Look at those dick toes.
I didn't...
Around the waist.
I need to button the bottom button. I didn't bottom the button.
Oh, okay.
Bottom button.
The pants look great.
Yeah.
The jacket looks like it fits, but around the waist it looks a little... Right
How
there.
many buttons is that suit?
2 buttons. So I have to button the bottom
No,
button.
you're only supposed to button one.
No, because to make it slimmer fit, though.
No, but on a 2-button suit, you only button the top one.
Do you see what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Rich? Where it bails out?
No, it bails out a little bit, yeah.
But otherwise...
Yeah, it's a fine
it's
fitting
dope.
suit.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
You got to get the right shoes, though, too. Shoes are a great indicator.
Yeah.
You'll see some dude bust out his like weak-ass, old-looking Skechers
That's what I need to go get some shoes, I think.
Dude,
get some
bought
shoes.
shoes in a minute.
Yeah, I think that's a nice suit, though.
I feel like I
you
look
want a
good. You know,
little
I'll be
tip?
honest.
You want a little tip?
I'm going to pat myself on the back.
Oh, you want a little tip?
Yeah.
Oh, should I leave?
Vaseline on the sneaker?
Kevin K. Diddy knows what I'm talking about.
Should I leave the room?
Yo,
So the shoe polish?
Rich, one of your favorite places? Go to Target.
Target?
Oh, yeah.
Goodfellow sends...
Sell shoes that are pretty decent. Yeah.
Yeah,
I will.
they
Then
do.
I will. I'll do that. I'll pat myself on the back. I feel like the world is robbed of my suit game. Not that I have a good suit game, but I feel like I'm one of those guys that look pretty good in a suit, but I never am required in life to wear a suit. I feel like if I was a business guy, I fucking would probably invest a lot of time and money in suits because I feel like I look good in a suit. Some people look good in a suit.
By the way, Goodfellow, if you don't know, is a Target brand, but it's actually nice stuff.
Yeah, no, their zip ups and hoodies are nice too.
Yeah, they're like nice quality stuff.
Mine?
Yeah.
It's like a charcoal. Yeah.
When's the last time I wore
But Rich was debating when I had this conversation with Rich. He was really leaning toward he should get like a Shane from Love Is Blind.
And that's why your sister and a bunch of the women on our in-show thread are saying, Spot, please find a picture of the Love Is Blind reunion couch. And look at all these dudes.
Just ridiculous.
These guys are wearing, they're too tight and they're showing not even just ankle, they're showing a leg.
Yeah, it's like
Shane, who is by the way, Shane on the reunion.
Also sitting down.
Shane on the reunion of Love Is Blind.
Is it this image?
Makes me look not jittery. I felt bad for the guy. The guy has anxiety on a level I can't even define.
He's all coked up, I think.
Sorry. Is it this one?
Yeah, look at
all these guys.
I mean, I think the guy on the left, what's his name? Who's the...
I can see inside this guy's bulge.
Latino dude on the left. What's his name again? Sal. I thought he was Latino. I'm sorry. Sal. The Italian guy.
That's a bulge on
I think he is Latino.
Yeah, okay.
He was singing mariachi music.
Yeah, Sal.
That's a lot of leg.
I think Sal looks good. I think if you're looking at the photo, Sal from Love Is Blind, the guy on the left, I think his suit looks super appropriate. I think the second guy who's not wearing a suit jacket, I think showing ankle there and everything, that's fine for that look of that guy.
Yeah, I think that's a good look.
But Shane all the way on the right, the blonde guy.
That's too much.
Too much. I feel like I would look like a clown like that if I wore something like that.
He looks like he has cankles in those shoes.
And I agree with you, to be honest. I feel like you're trying too hard.
He has cankles. What are those?
Someone told him, Shane, wear this because you'll look
What
relevant.
is what's going on there?
And look, he's a younger guy, so that's fine.
That does
But
not look comfortable.
You're 40-something years old, and that's your look? I
Look at
think
his
you're...
ankles.
I don't know.
Maybe I could get that jacket taken in like an inch. I mean, I have a week before the wedding. I could go to,
Not unless you said it wasn't buttoned all the way.
All right.
But
There you go, suit game.
You could
and
totally.
we're being extra critical, but it looked like it fit nice.
You could totally have that taken in.
You think so?
like
Yeah.
a few days.
Yeah, for sure.
Take to go into a nice little tailor.
But again, it's the compromise. And Rich is right.
Can I go to Terry Tail or the Red Rooster?
Those baggy suits, those are
for the birds.
At least now. Maybe it is coming back, but it's not here yet.
No socks look super goofy unless you're like a trend. In my mind, unless you're like
Agree,
a really,
Chris.
if you're a handsome, trendy 20-something.
Yeah, I don't even think I could pull off no socks.
No socks.
Doesn't
You need
feel
to,
right
you need to
me.
be like a fit 20-something-year-old, like good-looking dude.
Unless I
to
have very sweaty feet.
rock no socks.
But the look I could get behind is, like you said, Spot, the pants fit like right above the shoe.
They're supposed to rest on the
Like
shoe.
rest on the shoe. Like, and yeah, when you're sitting down, they ride up a little bit.
You shouldn't have bunched up leg on your shoe.
Nah, yeah, that's not the look right
When
now.
Giuseppe, the old tailor in your town, used to like feel, he would feel your inseam, and then he would move down your leg inappropriately. But then he would like, they pull the pant leg down like, and then it rests on the shoe, and then they do a little crease, so it has to rest right on. And then obviously when you're walking, so a lot of these you see action shots of these men walking when they take the photo. As you walk, it's going to creep up a bit, so you're going to see ankle.
Yeah.
But at rest, or when you're sitting,
and when you put your leg up, you're gonna see.
you're going to
that's
see
fine.
ankle.
You're gonna
But
see ankle.
when you're standing straight up, it's supposed to just the cuff rests on the shoe.
That's the compromise.
You call that the John Crease, right?
The John Crease. The John Crease.
All right. Well, there you have it. Breaking out the suit for the first time in a couple years. And I'm sure everyone else is probably going to, if they haven't already.
But I'm proud of you because, again, like you said, that's the indicator of you put on a few pounds, too.
Can we go back to, does he have like diabetes or something? What's wrong with Shane's ankles?
I don't know, man. Yeah, I think it's just too slim. I think those socks are squeezing his toes. I'm sorry, those shoes are squeezing his foot.
Those are kind of cool shoes, though.
Just looks uncomfortable, too. Unless he's got little
fellas.
peds on, little socks. Like, that looks uncomfortable.
Yeah, I can't. That's weak.
Those shoes are weak.
A little foofy. I don't like
That's
it.
a nice look. Those are nice shoes. Good classic shoes. I like the blue and black.
Spot, send me a couple pictures of shoes that are in
Wearing-
style later on today.
Those Mala beats. He's wearing some yeah, he's got some good accessories. You need a good watch. Nice
You know,
belt.
I don't like anything square toes whack. So what are you punting for? Are you kicking field goals?
By the way, is a tie clip still in style, or is that like very 2000 something, like a tie clip?
I think they're cool. I like them.
This is
I'm an accessory guy though, so I like
this
shiny
is a
things.
very good look.
I agree.
I like the
That
color.
guy's got a
I like
handsome
the
suit on.
texture.
Yep.
I like the ensemble. Like this is a very good look.
That's Sal, bro. The Vato Loco forever.
He looks smooth. He looks smooth there.
This is just try hard. Like the shirt, the open, the chain.
Yeah. No, I get it. All right.
Shoes.
For people not on tier 2, just look up, when you get a chance, look up Love is Blind Season 2 Couch. And it's all the dudes, and they're all rocking, rocking their own style. Rich is right. I got to read this because no one ever says that. Gabe said, Rich is right.
Gabe.
Got to dress in style, but your age. That's the key, and that's my whole point. My whole point is dress in style.
Rich felt like he was at a crossroads.
Yeah, I was like, I can't rock a younger look. It would look inappropriate, but I don't want to. I don't want to look outdated.
And
But
I
yeah.
don't think I'm not saying you
But
can't
you
pull it off
have
either.
to-
I just think you're past it.
You have to push the
You're
limits.
a man. You're not a little fucking boy like that guy.
You have to push the limits of your style a little bit.
Yeah, no,
You
Spot's
can't go
right.
say, like let me tell you how hard it was for me to put on a pink shirt and go in public. But I feel
you
like
look good at that Houdini place.
it worked.
You looked good that day, man.
Right, but it took a lot for me to be like I have said to Chris, I'm like, does this look okay? Do I look too bulbous? Like I can't tuck anything in because I'm very barrel chested,
No,
so I look like a
people emailed me about where you and I got our outfits.
Right.
And especially you. I'm like, I don't know where Spot got that shit. Email him. I
The
don't
shirt
know.
was 5'4" and the shorts were
Was it?
Target.
Nice, man.
About piecing stuff together. that
All
looks like
right.
it. But you have to be a little bit risky, so you can't just be like, I'm a safe guy wearing a business suit.
Dare to be different.
Yeah,
Now,
dare to be different.
Before I give you a family update, I got to give you guys, for those that love and play along with the saga of where's my mom going to go? What's Marianne doing? Remember, she was going to move to Texas. I'll give you the whole recap. An update on my mom in a second, but I got to read.
She's like Carmen Sandiego.
I got to read a text I saw. And I got to read this text only because I got to ask you, has someone ever said something to you that you took personally? Like you don't want to admit it, but you're like, they said something to me and I never looked at them the same way. You know how Amari Cooper, it looks like his days in Dallas are numbered?
Yeah.
You see this?
He had beef with Prescott.
Reportedly, Cowboys wide receiver Amari Cooper and Dak Prescott got in a verbal confrontation after they lost to the 49ers in the playoffs. Cooper referred to Dak Prescott as the, quote, black Kirk Cousins in a meeting, and it sent Dak Prescott into a fury. So have you ever said something to a friend, a girlfriend, a family member? I'm talking about
the behind the back or hearing secondhand.
Well, or is it to his face? I don't know. In a meeting, so I don't know. Maybe it was to his face. But has someone ever said something about you that you feel is unrecoverable? The other day we brought it up that you mentioned the word to your ex, pipe dream. And you said that was it.
That was it.
You supported everything she did. But one time you said, well, I mean, I'm working hard, doing everything I can. And, you know, you got these pipe dreams. I'm sorry, what? Oh, fuck. I said pipe dreams.
I told Covino I don't picture him eating throughout the day, and he got really upset.
Yeah, that's true. No, but has someone ever said something where it's a long-term, like, yo, I can't, fuck them? Because I don't know. I mean, it looks like that's one of the catalysts why Amari Cooper's out. He called Dak Prescott the black Kirk Cousins. What have you ever said something or heard someone say something that was unforgivable?
Me, personally? When Nicole said I was trying too hard? No, Nicole said, what's he trying to accomplish?
What's he trying to prove with his hair?
What's he trying to prove?
Yeah.
When I had a funny haircut, it took me a long time to get over that. I'm like, what do you mean? What am I trying to prove? What are you trying to prove?
It's a weird one, but it's true.
Yeah. That bothered me. I brought something up recently. I found out that some dude was saying he's a doorknob. I'm like, doorknob? What does that even mean? That bothered me. Held on to that for a while. Never liked the guy.
It's an interesting thought. I mean, I don't have an answer, but think about it. Has someone ever said something to you, or have you ever said something to someone where you're like, oh, no, that's it. But can't come back from it. Can't come back. In fact, I got to credit my wife for something because I love to make fun of her. But Sarah, from when we first started dating, she's adamant. She's adamant about never saying something you don't mean in the heat of the moment. Like, I've had ex-girlfriends say mean shit. Sarah's never said anything mean because she is a firm believer in taking a deep breath and not saying something you can't take back. And I try so hard. I've been successful for the most part with her doing that, but it's very hard to bite your tongue in moments of passion and arguing and disagreements. But if you're Amari Cooper and you said, yo, Dak Prescott, you mean the black Kirk Cousins? Yo, guess what? Friendship, relationship, wide receiver, quarterback, camaraderie, done.
There was this fat kid I went to high school with, right? Seriously.
Yeah.
And we were playing. He was saying it to me, though, but I didn't know what it meant at the time. We were playing basketball, and part of basketball is talking smack, right? That's just part of the game. But he kept calling me a non. And I'm like, it was bothering me because I didn't know what it meant. And till this day, I'm like, fuck that guy. Do you know what a non is?
No.
Non-athlete.
Oh.
And I was like, this fucker?
Never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
Pissed me off. So, sometimes it does sting a little bit if you're going to be honest about it. Do I dwell on those things? Absolutely not. I'm going in my memory bank to try to remember some things that pissed me off. And they're few and far between. This one set off Dak Prescott to the point where he's out. And, some people are saying, hey, Kirk Cousins is a great quarterback.
I think Kirk Cousins is underrated.
He's one of those Colin Cowherd could probably pull up some good stats and say,
yeah, who do you think this is?
Who do you think this is? And you're thinking, oh, that must be
Aaron
Tom Brady
Rodgers,
or Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Kirk Cousins. He's a good, but
yeah, I've had family
it
members
was used as an insult.
I've had family members that don't really have a relationship like they could because words were said in passionate moments. And you could apologize. You could be the bigger man even and say, I regret saying this or that. And other people might say, I don't care. Like, I can't deal with it. So saying something you don't mean, try not to do it. Take the Sarah Hoots approach of even in the most heated of moments, don't say something you can't take back because you may forgive, but you'll never forget if someone disrespects you on the ultimate of levels.
It's called spite. Look into it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, honestly. Even if you don't mean it, just saying it is like, oh. And that's, to tie it into Love is Blind, they don't talk about what it is, but that goofball Shane with the blonde hair that looks like Gary Busey, him and the Asian chick apparently had some big fight that they won't tell the details of.
Oh, I know. What did he say?
Like, so, he must have said something racist or Asian or something, or she must have called him like a... my insinuation is that she said something about him not being successful enough, and he probably went all racist. That's what my guess is. I'm just guessing. I was telling Sarah, I go, what do you think it is?
Apparently, they were going to get married on this show. To give you the quick backstory.
And the day before the wedding.
The day before the wedding, they got into a big blowout.
A drunk fight.
He was drunk. He said something that apparently was so unforgivable. It's a great example.
Yeah.
Because I wonder what it was.
They wouldn't say it.
Yeah, they didn't say.
Oh. I gotta be.
But I'm sure, and again, a lot of these things, I'm giving you like random examples. I'm sure a lot of women have said some like fucked up shit to me that I just forgot about.
I had an ex say something to me that was really terrible, and I forgave her because I knew that she was just like a fiery, crazy person.
I'm sure I just forgot about a lot of it.
My ex-girlfriend, Kristen, she would probably tell, if you asked her today, she'd probably say, I never said that. I could promise you, she'd say, you think I said that? I'm, oh, you damn! You think I remember this for no reason?
You have to always ask yourself in these scenarios was, well, what did you say
to get
to that point? And if your answer is nothing, then that's on her.
I remember we were fighting about something, and I was all bummed out. And it was right around the time I got let go from Z100, and she said,
which was your dream job,
which was before. Who knew that life would take me even on a better path with Covino and Rich and Spot and ESPN and Fox and Sirius XM and all the things that we've accomplished together. This was before all that. This is when I got let go from Z100. So in my 24-year-old mind, oh man, did I peak already? Did I work at the coolest place I'm ever going to work? And I'm 24, unemployed now. That's what I was thinking. Mm-hmm. I was thinking, I'm 24, trying to figure out what's next. Did I peak? And she looked at me and said, oh, what are you upset because you're a nobody now? And I was like,
you're a nobody?
I'm a somebody. What did you say?
Because you're a nobody from Nowhereville?
And I was like, oh my God. I remember thinking like, how can you say that to me? Like, that's cold-blooded. But I guess I chalked it up to like, yo, she's a passionate, crazy girl.
Unforgivable.
Yeah.
For Dak Prescott.
Unforgivable.
That's the story. That's the Cowboys update.
Lisa hit us up saying that they insinuated that Shane said he hated Natalie and she's the worst thing that ever happened to him. It's got to go deeper than that. If you watch that show, he said some shit. Yeah. He must have been like, your ass stinks. I've never been with a dirtier ass than you.
I agree with Rich. I feel like he said some racial shit.
Yeah, like that's what happens when you get tied up with Asians. What?
Yeah,
he said something.
I felt that too.
I was like,
because they kept it so quiet. I feel like it had something to do with that.
Man, if someone doesn't support your dreams and interests, yeah. All right. So here we go. I promised I would give you an update on what's going on. Now, the saga of my mom was that she was trying to short sell her house, get out of her house on Long Island. This has been a saga for how long now? Years. Right? Years. So after years of trying to figure out what's next, if you remember, at one point, Marianne was going to move to Texas. I bought her a plane ticket. I prepared the house in anticipation of her moving there. I thought my mom would be living in Texas. We painted. We fixed the house. Do you remember all this? We did all this in preparation for my mom to move to New Braunfels, Texas. Week after week, it got delayed. It was supposed to happen, if you remember, Spot, it was supposed to happen around Thanksgiving. We're talking, I think, Thanksgiving of 2020, possibly, of 2021. It was like a year and a half in the making. So we're talking like it got to the point where Marianne was supposed to move to Texas. Original move-in date, then it turned into she's going to move to Texas. Then it turned into she's going to move after Thanksgiving. Oh, the holidays, the New Year. Everything compiled on top of each other. And then if you remember, I remember now, because in the beginning of the year, I was in Texas for months. So I was like, what a perfect time for you to come here because I'll be here with the family. So not only will you move to a new place, a new beginning, I'll be here in Texas. So what an easy adjustment. You'll have your son, daughter-in-law, and grandkids right down the block. So your transition to Texas will be easy.
Didn't you say, I'll be right here? I remember you saying that.
Never happened. You know what? I guess you could argue. All worked out. Sarah and I sold the house, helped us pay for things here in Los Angeles. Marianne stayed in New York. The short sale and the closing just takes forever.
You did everything you could, though.
I was like, what is going to happen? I was like, when is this going to happen? When are you going to, when is the closing? When is the short sale? What's going on? And the answer always was bank and the short sale. She's like, these things take a lot of time. And like, I feel like she was getting the runaround from people.
You forgot one part. She was going to leave her boyfriend, Butch, too.
Yeah, at one point it was like fresh start without Butch, and then it was like, well, she wants to stay with Butch. And do you remember I went to New York to help her pack her stuff and move?
By the way, how much did Butch get for his super short cut off denim shorts? Said it was a short sale.
Yeah. Short sale with the Harley logo on them?
Yeah.
Oh, $24. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like really short cut off jean shorts.
Yeah.
So,
man,
my mom, who then was
Steal
like,
the deal.
well, I'm going to stay with Butch. And I was like, well, you know what? Then you do what you need to do. I got your back. Do you remember I went to New York to help her pack her shit? And it was it wasn't a wasted trip because I saw friends and family. We had a great time. We had a nice time. But if you remember, I did like a solo mission with the sole intention of packing her shit up. I believe that was in March, which means that that's so funny. The last year went so fast. I keep thinking we're in like the end of 2021 right now. We're in March already of 2022. Yeah, that was a year ago. So we're talking a year and a half ago, Spot. On Thanksgiving 2020, Marianne was going to move in, I believe. So anyway, she was going to end up staying with Butch, and they were going to figure it out. And then the plan turned to she was going to move to Maryland near my brother. Remember? Lutherville, Timonium, the whole Maryland area where my brother is. And I was like, all right. Then it was like, I don't know if Jimmy wants me there. She didn't know if my brother wanted her there. Jimmy didn't seem like he wanted her there. Didn't give her the old welcome feeling. Like
it's a whole story in itself, yeah.
Yeah, like, my brother made it seem like it would be more annoying than exciting to have her in town. Like, oh, if you move here, what do I need to do? Like, it's like, I don't know. How about you embrace mom, you doofus? But he had nothing. He wanted nothing to do with it. He's wrapped up in his life with his wife and kid and his mother-in-law. So Jimmy was just made it very clear. I don't own the state of Maryland. If you want to move here, you can. But like, I'm not. Without saying it, he was like, "Yo, I'm not pumped about it."
Which is odd because it's not just to make it clear. It's not that she was moving in with your brother. That was never the
it's
case.
like in the town,
right?
So. Turns out that was the plan, right? Spot, you gave a 2-shot. You don't need a close up on me this whole time.
You were telling a story. I want to give you your
that.
dramatic emotion.
Dramatic emotions. And that was the plan up until like a week ago or so. She tells me every day. I ask her, by the way, do you ever have the same conversations with your parents? Hey, what's going on? Hey, by the way, you have a closing date yet? I feel like I ask that question every day of my life. I feel like more than, hey, second to, hey, Covino, what'd you do yesterday? My second most asked question every day. You have a closing date yet? Every day of my life. Finally, it looks like the closing is going to happen.
What?
Within the next week or so.
Wow.
So at that point, my mother needs to figure out what the hell, where is she going? I was like,
the day that never comes.
These are the things that like I worry about only because I love her and I care and I try to be as good and helpful as a son as I can. I feel like my mother, she's never lived in an apartment in her life. So I'll ask her questions like, did you fill out applications? Did you like what John Dillerman, what due diligence have you done? Like, if this closing happens in 2 weeks, where the fuck are you going? Like, closing means like you're out, right? She's packed. She's all good. But I'm like, where are you? Where are you going? Fucking send her Dave Matthews.
The space between.
And she's like, oh, I'll call.
She's going to show up at your house in the rain with Butch. And Butch is going to look at you and say, we've got nowhere else to go.
I don't know. I have no clue. I was like, where are you going? What are you going to do? She's
Doesn't
like,
rain
I'll be fine.
Rain's on Butch.
And I'm like, what do you mean?
Always.
You'll be fine. I'm like, all I kept thinking, I was like, if you are going to Maryland, don't you think you should reach out to these communities, these little townhouse or apartment complexes that you've scoped out and been like, hey, let me at least get the application process done. What do you need? First and last month. Is there a pet deposit? Is there this? Like, you need to put your fucking ducks in a row. And this is something she's never done in her whole life because
She has ducks?
She's bringing the ducks.
Why else would she need a pet deposit?
Right?
So
you thought it was for Butch.
All I kept thinking, Butch.
Butch's troughs.
He just wears a collar.
Man, we need your pet deposit. For what? Butch. Oh no, Butch is a person.
He wears a collar with a thing that says Butch.
So my obviously initial thoughts all go to what you're thinking. Like go just,
relabel that.
Go fill out your stuff. Do what you need to do. Like, what are you doing? Have you scoped out what you're doing? And the answer always is like, oh, I'll do it later. I'll do it now. So it's just aggravating, right? And then I think she got fed up. I think my brother must have said one thing that must have.
Did he call her Kirk Cousins?
It's like you're like the mom Kirk Cousins.
You're like the Kirk Cousins of moms.
That's funny.
So Jimmy must have said something. Maybe it wasn't intentional. I'm not blaming Jimmy.
Jim Plunkett sucked.
Jimmy's got his own life, and Jimmy's got his own things that I'll never relate to or understand. And Jimmy's lived his own life. I can't blame him. I don't agree with how dismissive he is with our mother. But listen, if he's living his own life and he's got his own things, he doesn't need added drama. I get that, but I would be a little more welcoming, right?
The one thing that's never fair when we talk about this, because Jimmy's not here to defend his side, is how unmanageable he might think it is to deal with your mom.
I look at it from
he lived with her longer than you did. So there might be things that you don't.
No, but not only that, Jimmy. I think
he
Jimmy
may have been like, I tried.
I think Jimmy's take is like, I have a son who needs a lot of attention. I have a wife. I live with my mother-in-law. Do I now need my mother, who's probably needy, living down the block? Like, Jimmy's probably like, I'm already dealing with a lot.
He's overwhelmed.
I don't need, because then what does that include? Does that include me being like, oh, I got to go bring mom to the store. I got to do this. He's probably thinking,
it's your mother.
Bro, I know, but I'm just saying from
the way Jimmy
I don't care
acts,
if she needs her ass wiped.
No, but the way Jimmy acts is you would think she was moving in with him. And I would totally have his side. Like, yeah, that sounds like a little much.
Yeah, but I guess I got to take his perspective, right?
Yeah.
But look at it this way. He must have said something where she got the impression like, Maryland's not going to work. Maryland's not going to work. Like, Jimmy must have just been like, oh, it's happening? Oh, all right, I guess. Let me know, I guess. Like, he must have said something where Mom, it just clicked for Marianne in a good way. Like, listen, I keep telling, I said, I love you. Lori loves you. Jimmy loves you. Your family loves you. But stop chasing the approval of your one kid that doesn't want you near them. No offense to Jim. It's like, Lori's in New York. I'm in California. Yo, if you told me I'm moving down the block in California, I'd be stoked about it. Just, I know you can't afford it. No offense. You can't. California is way expensive. You're trying to downsize, moving to Southern California, you're doing the opposite. You're going to be paying more for rent than you couldn't afford in your mortgage in this house.
Put her in the ghetto.
So I was like, she's going to be living in East LA. No.
Compton.
So I said, stop chasing the approval of your one kid that, no offense, doesn't seem to
be welcoming.
I'm like, what? It's like, why are you chasing after? Like, it's typical, not just in relationships. It's typical with anything. A lot of times you chase the approval of the person that doesn't, yet you're like not showing the love back to the one that gives it to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, how many times have you dated a girl that you give attention to the one that doesn't give you attention back, and you're ignoring the one that's so nice to you?
Yep.
So I said, listen, what's your game plan? She goes, well, my mother has a cousin that lives down in South Carolina that she talks to. So she may go visit her for a minute. She's not going to live there, but Marianne has been researching, and I helped her, and it looks as though, here's the outcome. It looks as though once this happens, my mother might be moving to Port Richey, Florida. Gulf Coast.
Why not Port Jimmy?
Why not Port Jimmy?
Not anymore.
Or Port Lori.
Port Jimmy doesn't want it there.
Port Jimmy.
She knows someone. She knows
Garbage.
someone that lived in Port Richey that loved
Richie.
it. My mother,
She probably loves it that it's Richie.
I convinced her.
Richie.
I convinced her that this whole East Coast weather thing that you're like, oh, the seasons. I'm like, that's for birds. I'm like,
Port Richie sounds nice.
I was like, you're in your 60s, Mom. It's like, I think this is. I'm like, I endorse this move.
Yeah.
If you're
Florida, warm
like,
all year
I was
round.
like, I was like, how much are the rents of the places you're looking at? She's like, I found really nice 2 bedrooms in an area with like a pond and a this and there's a gym and a this and that. It's like an amenity filled like 60 plus community, and like the rent is like $900, and I'm like, this is perfect for you. I was like, if you are okay with it, and you and Butch get a U-Haul, head down there, start your life over. I'm like, I'll be honest, that seems way better than going somewhere where you don't feel welcome. So the update.
The only downside of this
is
everybody's completely spread out.
Yeah.
So if your mom happened to be in Maryland or New York or California, at least it's someone's there. Now Rich's mom is in Florida.
Which coast is this?
His brother's in Maryland.
Gulf Coast.
Rich is in LA.
Port Richey.
And Rich's sister's in New York.
Near like 45 minutes to an hour from Tampa.
Send Jason in Tampa a few bucks every month to go check on her.
That's the only downside.
Jason.
Yo, Jason Tampa's like, no,
Hey, Jason.
I'm good.
I got a deal for you.
Jason, I'm good.
Let's talk.
I'm good.
Richie, I don't think Jason wants me there.
Oh,
this isn't going to work.
So nothing's official, but I think it's a spur of the moment game plan. And listen, nothing's permanent. If you don't own a house, you could rent somewhere and move, right? That's sort of like the novelty of like, I keep telling them, like, guess what? Here's the crazy part. If you don't like it, move.
Yeah, but that sounds like
it sounds tricky, but I was like, it's keep
your
in
mom
mind.
who's only probably lived in three different places in her whole life.
If you give her a year,
yeah,
in sunny, warm Florida, she gets to experience. I think after a year, if she hates it,
I said
then you figure something out.
Maybe she'll leave Butch and find herself a nice Cuban guy.
Oh, Papa.
Yeah.
No, you can call me Papi. I'm your mom's new man.
A nice like
Hi,
Desi
Papi.
Arnaz type, like a Babalu.
So where we stand right now.
Your friend Jeanette found a nice Cuban guy.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be someone at the wedding that you can set her up with.
Where I stand right now is within a few weeks, Marianne might be headed down to Florida. And I said to her, I said, yo, listen, you go down to Florida. I'll visit with Sarah and the kids this summer at some point. And I was like, you're an hour from Disney. You're an hour. She's like, there's all these she's like, there is a Dino Parkland. There's amusement parks. There's a Sea World. I'm right by the apartments I'm looking at are right near the ocean.
I was like, you know what? It's just north of Tampa.
I was like, you know what? I have like 3 or 4 friends.
It's on the coast
that live in Florida. That I'm like, yo, I could take a week in Florida, get a couple lunches, spend time with Mom. And I said, you know what? To be honest,
go see Barnando.
To be honest, I told her, I said, I am way more inclined to go with Sarah and the kids to Florida, hang with you, go see my old buddy Kid Kelly. I have a few buddies that live down in Florida, Barnando. Like,
I got you. My cousins live.
And I said, you know what? And Sarah's got some extended family in Florida. So I said, you know what, Mom? I endorse this move completely. I'm like, whatever you need.
That's perfect.
I was like, you tell me what you need. I'll be down there. I'll help you move in. I'll do the show from there for a couple days, whatever you need. But make a decision and be prepared. Be prepared. Stop with your unpreparedness.
I already found the place that the two of them can hang out. Like they can go there like 5 nights a week. They can go hang at the Dirty Mullet.
Nice.
Perfect for them in Port Richey, Florida.
A great place.
The Dirty Mullet.
No, maybe my mom could be the hostess at the Dirty Mullet.
At the Dirty Mullet.
Table for 2.
Bush could be the logo.
Man, the wigs. The wigs here are so realistic.
The logo.
The wigs are so realistic here on the wait staff.
Wait a second, is he the owner?
Hey. So,
hey, welcome to the Dirty Mullet.
And I said, listen,
can you just be a greeter?
Sure.
I said, you know what? And I said to my mom, I go, I haven't always had the best respect or relationship with Butch, but if you and him are happy together and you want a fresh start, I'm like, I've never had enough against someone where I'm going to be mad. I'll gladly go down there, visit you guys, go out to lunch with you. I'm fine with Butch. If that's what you want, I said, you know what? Florida to me, for a New Yorker who's in her 60s who really needs to downsize financially.
But what's your dad gonna do when he finds out that Butch joined a new motorcycle gang called the Hell's Gators.
Hell's Gators.
Oh, wait a second. I'm the Hell's Gators. I'm the Hell's Gators.
And you know what? To me,
Wait
it's
a second.
Yeah, I joined a new motorcycle gang.
What's it called, Butch?
Called the Hell's Gators.
So,
I don't know.
I don't like that. I mean, I don't care. I wish your mother the best, but that's mine.
I'm the Hell's Gators.
That was my softball team.
I'm the original.
I agree with Terry, but I disagree with Terry. I used to think this way. She goes, I'd rather be without a guy than be with the wrong one. At this stage of my mom's life, company, unless it's an abusive jerk off, which Butch is not abusive. He's a nice enough guy. Sometimes someone keeping someone company is better than being alone. Alone is probably the worst for some people.
Yeah.
A therapist may say the opposite, but my mother alone is the worst possible
I like
scenario.
this story.
So yeah, I think
because here's the thing.
Tropical Breeze Casino.
Rich is, like he said, more inclined and more excited to visit his mom in Florida than he would be visiting her in fucking Maryland.
No offense. My brother's lived in his house for 5 years. Never invited the family for like, hey, we're like, I wait for my brother to one day be like, hey, everybody, we're doing Thanksgiving at my house. I told him, I told my brother a year ago. I said, listen, you've had your house years. I've never been there. I'm like, I'm not going to invite myself. But if you ever did say, hey, you know what? This year we're going to do Easter or Thanksgiving or something, I'll be there. But he never does. He lives his own little personal life. So if Jimmy lives his own personal life, no offense, I'm not going to hold it against him. He's my brother. I love him. But if my mother's not moving to Maryland, I really do feel like living in Southern California, which I'm far away from everyone. Everyone's spread out, like you said. But where would I be most inclined to take Sarah and the kids on a plane? I'd imagine, to be honest, Florida. Hey, Mom, we're going to go to SeaWorld. Mom, we'll go to the beach.
I wish my parents had moved to Florida.
Hey, Mom.
Give me a reason to go somewhere cool.
Hey, Mom,
I'm sick. I don't have no fun in New Jersey.
Hey, Mom, we're going to come there for 5 days. We'll go to SeaWorld. We'll go that. And one of the days you can watch your kids. Sarah and I will dip away. I'm going to go get lunch with Kid Kelly, who's like an hour from there. Like, I have different friends that are down there now. You know, our friend, my ex, Kristen, and her husband, and their kids that are Emmy and Ben's age live, like, I think within an hour. So, like, I feel like there's, if I go down there, I'd actually be able to have more of an adventure with the family than if I did go to Lutherville, Maryland. No offense, Lutherville, Maryland. But there's the update on Mom. I told you guys I would share. But to be honest, I don't think my siblings are confirmed on this yet. Because my sister's about to have a baby. So I think my mom's sort of like not trying to rattle her, if that makes sense. But
sounds like fun. I think.
Why? Because they've been so supportive of her.
Spot, my siblings are great, but if you read between the lines, I'm the only one that's like hyper involved.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like my mother would be living under a bridge.
They don't deserve the right to dictate what she's
with
doing
Butch
with
on
her
a
life.
motorcycle.
So I'm sorry.
So yeah, and you know what? I'll be honest. My mother's all excited because my mother's like, and Rick DeSantis seems like, my mother seems to think DeSantis is awesome. So she's like, maybe Florida's a great start. I'm like, you go at it, Mom. Have at it.
I hate seeing other people take their mother for granted.
I could understand that 100% based on you losing your mother a year and a half ago, right?
Yeah. Almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Almost.
No, Spot.
Yeah.
So I get it. So you must want to slap my brother.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's great perspective. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
But again, he has his reasons. Who knows? Who gets, you know.
So,
hey, go to Florida. I think it's a great
idea. And you
idea.
know, if Butch and Florida work for my mom, and I know my mom already contacted a couple places down there, like, and she contacted someone at like a florist or a flower place, and they're like, oh, there's a lot of good part-time jobs for like seniors down here and stuff. So I was like, Mom, get a job working in like a little nursery or flower place. My mom likes gardening. I'm like, you could start your whole new life. I keep telling her, I was like, if you take care of yourself and live to 80, 90 years old, you have a lot of life left. Don't do this whole, I'm in my mid 60s, it's over. I'm like, you got plenty of time if you want to.
Yeah.
I was like, if you want to have a defeatist attitude, like, life's over, fucking, you have years of grandkid visits and chilling in Florida. I was like, do it.
And your kids will be excited to go to Florida. They'll associate grandma with Florida and fun times.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Just you'll go and you have Disney right there.
Beach,
my kids are both
Disney.
obsessed. My kids are both obsessed right now with dinosaurs. And my mom's like, there's a dino park adventure thing near where I'm looking. I'm like,
I gotta look at this.
Look at that. Oh yeah, see if
I gotta find this.
See Port Richie Dino
I
something.
gotta find this.
Dino Park Adventure.
I gotta find this. Is it next to the Dirty Mullet?
Jason, my mom's going to live next door to you, Jason Brown. I'm going to say, and you and Butch would get along swimmingly.
In your pool.
In your pool.
In your pool.
Hey, Jason, it's me, Butch.
So while
what's up, my man?
Spot close this up, we want to thank you guys for all the feedback. Remember, we're going to be broadcasting from Vegas. Actually, are we doing a free Twitch? No, right? Because
is it Dinosaur World?
Jason, I feel like Jason, debate me on this for 1 second. Is it Dinosaur World? If it is, show everyone a picture. And then I feel like Jason.
Oh, that's near Tampa.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, Tampa's like an hour.
No, no, there's one north of it. Oh, there's the Spring Hill pink dinosaur?
I don't know. My mom's like, there's a dinosaur thing. I was like, oh.
Is this it? This thing?
No, I don't think that. I don't think it's one dinosaur. I think it's like an exhibit spot. I think it's
this is it.
Yeah, that's it. The pink dinosaur.
It was built in 1959. She was commissioned.
Ben's going to be like,
I think Jason might be funny because he's like, he's trying to deter snowbirds from the East Coast. But he goes, if your mom's not financially set, Florida's not the place. I think that is the place. I'm telling you right now. The
Trust
apartments
me,
my mom's are
California.
The apartments my mom are looking at they're like nice little quaint mom type 2-bedroom apartments for like $900. And I'm like, yo, good luck finding a place like I would tell my mom move out here to LA, no problem.
Yeah.
But you know what the minimum she'd be paying is? What? $2,000? $2,500? She can't afford that.
There is a Dinosaur World. It's really cheesy.
Perfect
Jason
for me.
says.
Oh,
That's
Dinosaur
near Tampa.
World.
That's on the outside of
Dino
Tampa.
World.
Dino World.
That's a big update because this has been an ongoing saga, and we wish Rich's mom the best.
And if things go wrong with my mama Butch, I'll tell Butch that I have a friend Jason he could stay with.
There you go. Hey, real quick to make this topical.
Yeah.
We mentioned Charles Entenmann died at 92.
Well, we got to announce the biggest news.
Yeah, I'm
alert.
getting to that.
Okay. Sorry.
Dude, Macho Camacho died. He was murdered. You know this?
Yeah, I remember that.
He was murdered in 2012 in Puerto Rico. As of yesterday, 5 men were charged for his brutal murder.
5 men?
5 men. And Hector Macho Camacho's mom was like, justice was served. He could live in peace. She could live in peace now. He could rest in peace. So the original Macho Man, in my opinion, just kidding. Hector Macho Camacho's murderers were arrested.
This is Dinosaur World, by the way.
Or convicted, I should say, of
Oh,
murder.
look, there's Ben.
You know what? The kids would like that shit spot.
Yeah,
I'm going to Dinosaur World with the kids.
Exactly.
Oh, look, they would love that. You know what? I'm going to get my mom hyped up.
Speaking
that's
of,
a little gruesome.
Yesterday,
Port Richie.
I think that's cool, actually.
This is outside of Tampa,
Dinosaur World. Yesterday, speaking of Macho Camacho, Macho Camacho was murdered in Puerto Rico. He was shot in the face, dude.
I thought this wasn't a real
boxing
dinosaur.
legend. It was 25 years ago yesterday. Notorious B.I.G. was killed in L.A. So the anniversary there. Tiger Woods officially accepted into the Golf Hall of Fame.
Just realized I'm looking at dinosaurs.
And I didn't see it, but apparently his daughter stole the show, like made everyone cry.
Who's?
Tiger Woods' daughter
Oh.
made a speech about her dad, and he's officially into the Golf Hall of Fame. And just now, breaking news from Jeff Passan. MLB and the Major League Baseball Players Association have reached a tentative agreement on a new labor deal, sources tell ESPN. While it still needs to be ratified by both parties,
that is expected to be a formality. And when it is, baseball is back, baby.
So there you have it.
Baby.
Tentative agreement. Good. Let's go. Play.
Players can report to spring training camps as early as tomorrow.
Play ball.
Opening day is expected to be April 7th.
Okay, I can get with that.
Transactions unfreeze upon ratification. Final vote from the 8 on the executive subcommittee and 30 player reps per sources 26-12 in favor of the new labor agreement.
And I'll end. Well, that's great news. Rich had great news, and I'll end on a fun tip from Skeletor. Now, Skeletor not only gives you fun facts, he gives you great advice.
Till next time.
It's just until next time. It's just fun advice from Skeletor.
Just because your flight keeps getting delayed doesn't mean the show has to keep
Spot.
going.
I was just telling Covino, I still have to pack.
Yeah.
So, because I'm not packing, right?
I'm going to use this trick,
before the show.
The Skeletor tip I'm going to use every time Rich calls me, because Rich is a typical example of, you could have texted me that.
All the time. Constantly.
Start every phone call with, my phone's about to die. That way you can hang up on them whenever you want. Till next time. Till next time, you bumbling fool. That's your fun fact. I'm going to do that. Hey, yeah, my phone's about to die. Okay, bye.
I think Rich will catch on.
Wait a minute. Covino again?
Yeah.
I mean, your phones do die quite frequently, so it is.
Yeah.
So look out for us in Vegas.
All right, we'll be in Vegas until Saturday night.
They'll be the ones with the white tigers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Filling
and
in.
the ascot. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, no. We'll, Covino and I will do a Behind the Velvet Rope this weekend
Please
from
do.
Vegas.
Yeah.
We'll probably do one tomorrow. Covino and Rich, tier 2 Behind the Velvet Rope. We can't do a free Twitch Friday because we're working in the morning.
You know what I would like to see?
What do you want to see, Spot?
The state of Vegas.
The
Take us around.
Behind the Velvet Rope.
And see
the state of Vegas.
And see, how everyone's just doing their thing.
Like
And
drive
back to
around
normal.
Nevada?
Go through the casinos.
Yeah,
and
all right, so we'll do a Behind the Velvet Rope tomorrow.
And also, I want to see some cars.
And we'll see some booties and cars and everything.
I want to see the new DeLorean.
All right, perfect.
Thank you, Steve Musso. Happy birthday to your dad, Jason Brown, Greg Kelly.
Cool. And
everyone hitting us up. Kenneth, we appreciate you.
Awesome. All right, and Jason Brown, I'll give Marion Butcher phone number. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.